going on, and we are live. Good evening, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us. Let us know if you can hear us and you can see us okay. I'm joined tonight by Rob and Arthur.
Hi.
We have learnt how to play Keyside this afternoon. Well, you two have learned how to play it. I learned how to play it last week, and we are now going to be doing a full 3-player tutorial and playthrough. I'm not going to be teaching you all of the rules up front. We are going to be playing the game, and I am going to be explaining the rules to you as we go along. I hope that's okay. This is a sponsored video. Thank you very much to Richard from R&D Games for sponsoring this video. And this video is designed to do one of a few things. First of all, to let you know that this game is coming. I think Richard told me that he's going to be going to crowdfunding with this game at some point later this year. I don't know exactly when. If Richard is in the chat, he can tell us what his plans are. But definitely keep an eye out on the R&D Games Facebook page. I will be talking about it as well when it's coming to Kickstarter or GameFound or whatever it's coming to let you know about it. This is the latest game in the Key series of games, co-designed by David Turtsey. So many people will know that I'm friends with David, and I've covered a lot of David's games before. This is the first co-design, I believe, that Richard and David have worked on together. Who knows? There may be more in future. So yes, to let you know that this game is coming and to give you an idea of how it plays to help you make a decision about whether it's the kind of game that you want to own in your collection. And if you do, then you can support Richard by backing the game when it goes on to Kickstarter. The second reason for this video is if you own the game and you want to watch this video to learn how to play. So I'm hoping that this video will be good enough for when the game actually does come out and is delivered to backers, and you are watching this video in order to learn how to play the game. This is a prototype of the game, so I cannot guarantee 100% that the final version of the game is going to be exactly like this. There may be a couple of tweaks here and there, but what I will promise you is that in the description of this video, when this game actually comes out, I will put in there a list of anything which has changed. And I'm not talking like graphic design or anything like that. I'm talking any rules changes. I don't think there will be any, but if there are, I will put them in the description of this video. So if you're watching this video in 6 months' time, check out the description to see what's different. So we're going to be good to go. What are we trying to do in this game? Well, there is a thematic introduction, which I didn't read to you this afternoon, and I probably should read to you. So the thematic introduction is, welcome to the game of Keyside, which takes place on a busy island with 12 harbours and a myriad of keys. Each player controls a team of 18 workers, which are known as key pools. They are going to be working in the farms, working in the harbours, working in the markets, the quarry, the wheat field, which is Rob's favourite, and the woods. We are going to be using our dice. We each have 6 dice, and we're going to be using one of each colour, and you may notice one of each number, and we're going to be using our dice to move the boats around the board. And we are going to be using our key pools, which are going to be moving into the harbours, and then we're going to be activating the harbours to get all sorts of benefits and bonuses. We play over 3 years, so the game lasts for 3 rounds. Each round represents 1 year of time. Unlike a lot of the other games in the Key series, there are no seasons as such. We're just playing over 3 years. And we count the points at the end of the game. So the points in this game, like a lot of the other Key games, is it's a coin. So it's a yellow coin. I will just press a button here and hopefully show you a bit of the board. Yes, there. That symbol there, that symbol there, that is victory points. And we're going to count the points at the end of the game on our handy dandy score sheet. This is the prototype, so yours will look probably nicer than this. And the highest score this afternoon was 140, which was Arthur.
Yeah.
So we're trying to get higher than we scored this afternoon, and we're trying to beat Arthur.
No pressure.
Right. Okay. So how do we play the game? Now, as I mentioned, I am going to be giving you a rolling teach as we play the game, but I will give you a little bit of an overview before we start. So each year is actually divided into 2 phases. And at the start of the game, we are all in, is it the loading phase? I think it's the loading phase. Landing phase, that's it, the landing phase. And in the landing phase, we basically choose one of our dice, we move a boat around the board, and that boat docks with the harbour, the boatman gets off, and that's the landing phase. Once you are out of dice, you move into the next phase, which is called the resolve harbour phase. Now, it could be, and you will see why soon, that players will be run out of dice at different times, which means one player could end up resolving a harbour while another player is still in the landing phase. That can happen. But the year will end once all of the harbours have been emptied. So in the landing phase, we're going to be moving these boats around, landing them. One of the boatmen is going to get off and go to the harbour. And then in the resolve harbour phase, you take those boatmen off the harbours and you resolve the ability of the harbours. There are 12 harbours in the game. There are always 12 harbours in the game. Where they are placed is random. And once all the harbours have been used, you finish that round, and then that's the end of the year. Now, just going back a bit, rewinding, we'll do the setup. So let me just show you the island board. So we have 12 harbours around this island. You will notice that each harbour has a letter, so ignore these numbers for now. We're just looking at the letters here. These are randomly placed. Then what you do is you take these 12 harbour tiles and you randomly place these on the harbours. Now, this harbour tile, if you look carefully, has a black number. We are playing with the black numbered sides. Once you are experienced with the game, you can flip them to the red side, or you can use a mixture of red and black, however you want to. But we're using the black numbered sides for this game. We also have on this board markets. We have 8 markets, and these are randomly placed around the town centre, which is here. And some of these are different on both sides, so they are randomly placed. And then also we have the forest, the quarry, and the wheat field. Now these can go on these pentagonal spaces, but there cannot be 2 of them adjacent to each other. And then the rest of them are farms. They get placed here. So there's quite a bit of variability in the original setup of the board. Now you'll notice that this harbour tile here has a number 1 with a boat symbol. That means one of the boats starts here. And then with this number of players, you are using 3 boats. I think it's 3 boats in a 3 and 4 player game. I think it's 4 boats in a 2 player game, or 2 boats in a 4 player game. I'm not sure. But anyway, we're using 3 boats. So they basically start so that they're equidistant. So this one is at this harbour, this one's at this harbour, this one's at this harbour. Now, also for your first game, it recommends that each player starts with one of these cottages. So if I press the right button here, we have a board, which is the first 24 letters of the alphabet, A to X. And these are cottages that you are going to build during the game, and these are all worth points at the end of the game. You'll notice that they are all worth a different number of points depending on the condition on them. And for your first game, each player starts with one of them. C, N, X, or F. What you do is you take those 4, shuffle them up, and each player gets one of them. Once you've played the game once or twice, you don't want to do that. You don't want to start with anybody having one of these. But for your first game, it's recommended that you give each player one of these. And that is so that that player has something to focus on. So my starting cottage is going to get me points at the end of the game for having fish. Arthur?
Yeah, I get points for headlands.
Yep.
So I get points for cottages or houses.
Yeah, so building more buildings is what Rob's going to get points for. And if we were playing a 4-player game, the 4th player would have this one as well. Now, also, if you are playing with the rule that each player starts with one of them, each player also puts one of their keeples from their player board onto a specific harbour tile, depending on which building you've got. So I've got building N, which is going to get me points at the end of the game for fish, which means I start, if you can see it down here, if I press this button, I start with a keeple on this tile here, because this tile is going to get me points at the end of the game for fish. So we've got some synergy here. I'm trying to collect fish in this game because my harbour tile is going to score for it, and also my building is going to score for it. So as I said, that's when you're learning the game. If you're playing the full game once you've played it a couple of times, you don't actually start with a building and you don't start with anybody on the board. The other thing that it recommends for your first game at least is each player gets a dice strip. So there are 4 of these dice strips in the game. They are white side and grey side. These are not final versions, obviously, but definitely recommend this for your first game and possibly even for your second game as well, and you'll see why later on. But the dice strip tells you which dice to place on there. So because I've got this strip, I get a yellow 1, a green 2, a red 3, a blue 4, purple 5, and an orange 6. If you do not play with the strips, then at the start of each round, each player secretly selects their dice, and you have to have one of value 1, one of value 2, 1 3, 1 4, 1 5, 1 6. So you have to have one dice of each value. You all do that secretly, and then you reveal it. But we discussed this after our game this afternoon. We're not clever enough to work out what you should set your dice to. I think once you've played it a couple of times, you might have a bit of an idea. But for now, we're just going to use the dice strips, which are recommended for your first game, maybe your second game. Right then, so that's the setup done. I don't think there's anything else that I've forgotten. No? Right, so we're going to start. Year 1, Arthur is the start player, so he has the start player marker, which is this lighthouse. He also has the active player marker. What's going to happen is, Arthur is going to take the first turn of the game, and once he's taken his turn, he's going to pass this marker to Rob. Rob's going to take a turn. I'm going to take a turn. But the starting player marker doesn't actually change for the year. There is a way that it can change at the end of the year, but it's going to stay with Arthur for this whole year. So Arthur's taking the first turn of the game, and the first thing we check is, does Arthur have any dice? He does. So therefore, Arthur has to play the landing phase. If he didn't have any dice, then he has to play the resolve Harbour phase instead. So in the landing phase, what you do is you choose one of your dice.
Yes, well, I'm going to choose the red 6
Okay.
and that boat, in fact.
Yeah, so Arthur's going to choose the red 6. Now, he then chooses one of the boats that still has a boatman in it that matches the colour of the dice that he's chosen. At the start of the game, he can choose any of them because they've all got all of the boatmen, so you're going to choose this boat. Now he can move that boat up to the number of harbours equal to the value of the dice. You can move it less if you want to, but you cannot move to a harbour that contains another boat. And this is not relevant at the moment, but you cannot move to a harbour that has already been visited this year. And how do we track that? Well, we'll see when Arthur moves. So where are you going to move to?
Well, I'm going to use my 6 movement to move one space to here.
Okay. And then what you do is you take the boatman off the boat that matches the colour of the dice, in this case the red one, and you place it onto the boatman space of the tile. That is how you know that that harbour has been visited this year, is because there's a boatman on it. So nobody else can visit this harbour this year.
My mistake.
Oh, he's going to go to that one.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's
I
all
thought
right.
through what I wanted to do then.
So we put the boatman here.
Yeah.
And then what he does is he's going to put his 6 on the first space next to the boatman. Now, I will just mention this. I didn't mention this at the start, but these harbour tiles are two-sided. You use this side of the tile in a 2 and 3 player game, and the other side of the tile in a 4 player game, because in a 4 player game there are 4 spaces. In a 3 player game there are 3 spaces, and if you're playing a 2 player game, you don't use that space and you don't use that space. There is a little number 3 printed inside of them. Right, the next step, and just wanted to mention that the game is going to come with player aids, so you don't need to remember all of this, you just step through it carefully. But that was step 6. Step 7 is Arthur must now invite people to follow him. So one of the questions that I've had about this game is, does it include a mechanism for following other players? And the answer is yes. So Rob gets the first chance to follow. If he wants to follow, he has to use a dice of the same colour, which is of equal or higher,
Yes.
equal or lower value. Now, because Arthur's gone there with a red 6,
It's open.
that means Rob can follow if he wants to.
Would you like to follow?
And there are benefits to doing so and disadvantages to doing so.
So if I follow, and I go there, I'm going to get 3 wood.
You will get 3 wood. That's
Possibly.
Marvellous.
But I think I'm going to pass.
Okay, so Rob's going to pass. I'm going to follow. And just to be clear, Arthur does not have a choice. He has to invite us because it's the rules. I am going to follow. So I'm going to put a dice here. Now, if Rob did follow, Rob's got a 1. If I was to choose to follow, I base whether I can follow or not on the original dice value rather than any other player, which is why you're supposed to put the dice of the player who's the active player next to the boatman so that you know that's what you're trying to compare to. Okay, so I've decided to follow. The next step is to do with the headlands. We can skip that because nobody's built any headlands. But the next step is that Arthur is going to advance his marker. So I'm just going to show you my player board. If I press the right button, this is each player's player board is identical, apart from the colour of the keeple here. So I've got the purple board, and you'll notice that we have 6 tracks. You are going to get to move your activity marker up these tracks through various things that you can do in the game. And Arthur is about to move his red activity marker up the track. Now, when he does, he can either go to the left or the right. Whichever one he chooses, the next time he moves it up, he again has the freedom of choice. He doesn't have to stick to the left side. He could go from there to there, then he could go to there, and then he could go to there. There's benefits for reaching the top. We'll explain all of this when it happens. But Arthur is now going to get to move either this space or this space.
So I choose the leftmost space.
So the leftmost space is you recruit additional workers. So everybody starts the game with 6 workers on the island. You have 12 more workers here, although we're playing with the version where you've got one on the board and you only start with 11. But there is no way, there's nothing that happens in the game automatically that moves people from here to here. You have to do that yourself, and this is one of the ways in which you can do it. So Arthur is moving 2 people from there into the town, and you are going to need more people as the game goes on. The more people you can get into the town, the better. Right, so I don't get to do that. It's only the active player that gets to move their activity marker. Now, what that means, because I followed, I've used my red die. That means that I will not get a chance to play my red die, which means I'm not going to be able to move up on my red track. That's a decision I made, possibly a foolish decision, but we'll see. Right, the next step of the sequence is that Arthur may choose to move a keeple from anywhere on the island, but he's going to choose to move it from the town, up to 3 spaces to the harbour, which has just been docked. So he's going to move from here, 1 to here, and 1 to here. And you put it on one of these keeple spaces. There are 5 in a 3-player game. There are 4 in a 2-player game. And on the other side of the tile, there's 6 in a 4-player game. Now, the 3 movement points, it's a movement point to basically move from one location to another. The town centre is one location, the market is another location, and this is another location. But you can only move, in this particular instance, to the harbour, which has just been landed at. Now, at the moment, there are not many other keeples on the board, and there's a lot in the town centre. But later in the game, let's say Arthur had a keeple here, and he didn't have any in the town, or even if he did have any in the town, he's decided he didn't want this keeple here anymore. He could have said, I'm going to move this one, 1, 2, 3. So you can move your keeples around as the game goes on, but with this particular part of the game, you can only move them to the harbour that is currently being activated. I am also going to move in there, because otherwise there was no point me following. So the advantage of following is that on somebody else's turn, I've managed to get a keeple in there, but as I mentioned earlier, I have missed out on the chance of playing my own red die, but you'll see why following could be useful. I think that's it.
Yep.
So we pass the little boat on to Rob,
Thank you.
and it is now Rob's turn.
All right.
Choose a dice. You're in the landing phase.
I'm going to choose this purple.
All right.
This
Which
boat.
boat? You're going to choose the same boat?
Yeah.
Where are you going to move to?
I'm going to move here.
Okay. So you put the dice on there. So do I want to follow? I can't follow because I have a purple 5, so I'm not allowed to follow. Arthur,
Neither can I.
you've got a purple 4, so it's just Rob.
It's not the best, is it?
So you activate your purple track. So we'll go back to my player board. We've already seen the red track, but the purple track is all about gems. So this game has gems which you will draw randomly from the back. There's 3 different colours that are in here. And the main way of getting gems is by moving up the purple track. Also, depending on how far you move up the purple track will determine how many points those gems are worth at the end of the game. We'll explain this a little bit more later on, but that is what Rob is going to do. And the first space is, he gets 1 gem. What you got? You got sapphire.
Blue one.
Okay.
No, sapphire, yeah.
And now, do you want to move? I assume you do.
Yep.
Okay. So Rob has now got 2 keeples on this harbour tile. He already had 1 because that was the setup that we used. He's now got another 1. So there is a benefit to having multiple keeples on a tile only for end of game scoring. So to get the ability of the tile, you just need at least 1 keeple there. But at the end of the game, Rob is going to basically score this tile twice because he's got 2 keeples there. So the more keeples you have on a tile, the more points you're going to get at the end of the game from it. You're all done. My
That's
go.
done, yeah.
Thank you very much. So, what am I going to do? I haven't been thinking because I've been teaching people. But I think I'm going to use a yellow 1. And I'm going to move this boat. This is a popular boat. Apparently there are other boats in the game, but we don't want to use them. And we're going to move 1, because that's all I'm allowed to move. And we're going to drop it off here. And we're going to unload the boatman here. And I'm going to invite other people. Would you like to join me at my lovely
I cannot.
harbour tile?
I can't.
Oh, such a shame. It's terrible. So I'm now going to move up the yellow track. Now, the yellow track is very special. If we just have a look at the yellow track, moving up the left side of the track will get me wheat, or it will allow me to spend that wheat to construct new cottages or upgrade cottages into houses. But the right-hand side of the track, which is what I'm going to do, I'm going to move up the right side of the track. That icon there means that I can actually move up any track, including yellow. So if I really wanted to, I could actually do that, and then resolve that, and I could do that, and then I'd resolve that, and I could do that. I would be allowed to do that. I'm not going to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move up to that track, and I'm going to move up the red track. So the bit that I missed, because I don't have my own red dice, I'm going to get to go here, and I'm going to gain 2 new people, which I take from here. Sorry, keeple. Put them under. Yes, bit of advice, Richard. You might want to trademark the name Keeple just before somebody else does. Because you never know.
Naming no German games.
You never know. Right, that is my go. Done. Nobody could follow me, so that's it.
Right, so I'm going to pick the orange dice.
Okay.
And this boat, which is going to move to here, we'll drop the orange dice off in the 1 spot, and we'll drop the orange boatman off there. I'll invite people, and I know they can't.
None of us can join in, unfortunately, because he's used the 2.
No
You move up the orange track.
Advanced activity.
So the orange track is about resources and building headlands. So the first time you move up, you either gain a stone or you gain a wood. Further times you move up, it gives you a discount whenever you build headlands. And we'll come on to the headlands later on.
So I'll take wood.
Don't forget to move a keeple to the place. Thank you. I did forget. I was moving a keeple to the place. Somebody's got my back.
That was the advanced activity marker. Move a keeple. I will do that.
So you've got 2 now.
Yeah.
Right, okay. All done? Play passes to Rob.
I'm going to use my yellow dice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to move here. And
Drop the boatman off.
drop the boatman off. And once again, I think
Nobody can follow.
Yeah. And I'm going to move a guy in.
Move up the yellow track.
I'll move up the, sorry, this happens first, isn't it?
Yeah. So
I'll
you're
get
going to gain
2
2 wheat. So
wheat.
we have our first gaining of resources. Now you'll notice, you can see that on the forest, we're missing 1. There should be 9
No,
wood.
just-
Oh, you've taken 1.
Yeah.
So we got, they started with 9 wood on the forest, 9 stone on the quarry, and 9 wheat on the wheat field. That's because we're playing a 3-player game. Any time in the game that anybody gains wheat, stone, or wood, it has to come from here first. And then once it's empty, the tile flips over. And that's important, and we'll show you that later on. It doesn't mean that it's run out, because from then on you can take it from the supply board, but at the start of the game, you've got to take it from here. So Arthur's already taken some wood from the forest. Rob has taken 1 wheat from the wheat field. Oh, sorry, 2 wheat from the wheat field. And are you moving somebody in there? You did.
Yeah, I did. I should have done that last.
Yep. Okay, so my go, I am going to move the... I mean, that's my first move, because I messed up in the last time we played. And I made sure I didn't mess up this time. So do we want to move a different boat? I think we do. I think we want to move a different boat. But I also need to look at what else it is that I'm doing. So I'm currently there, and that's going to get 3 wood. That's pretty good, isn't it? Yeah, that's pretty good. So, oh, but then that doesn't work. Okay. So let's go orange 6. Are we going orange 6? Rob could follow me. Am I happy that Rob follows me? Okay, sure. I'm going to use orange 6, and we're going to go here, and we're going to go 2. Drop the dice off. I'm going to put the boatman there. Rob, would you like to follow me? I mean, Arthur, you don't have an orange dice, which is why I'm not inviting Arthur.
Okay, I think I will.
Okay. I'm going to move up this track, and I am going to get some stone. I'm going to take some stone from here.
Yeah.
Right, and then I am going to move a key pull onto the tile. Rob, I assume you want to as well?
Yeah, although I've just realised that maybe it's not such a great thing to be there when it costs, so much to buy.
Well, it's gone up to 11.
Yeah.
So, Arthur, your go.
Remind me about this space, because I didn't use it the last game.
Mm-hmm.
The middle option is to do it market.
Activate a market where you
if
have,
you have a
key pull.
guy there. Okay,
Yeah.
so I've got no people there. So that's,
But you might have when we come to resolve it.
I might have. And I might not have. The options are getting less obvious, I think. I guess I should move yellow before I get too far.
So while Arthur's thinking, I will tell you, none of us have done this yet, but there is another option. You do not have to use a dice and move a boat and invite other people. The other option is that you simply take the die, put it on the bottom space, and move your marker up 1. And you might think, well, why do I want to do that? Because my marker moves up when I do the moving the boat stuff. There are some times when you might want to do that. And also, if you are ever in a position where you cannot make a legal move, but you still have dice left, that's when you need to do that. But you are allowed to just use your dice to move up on one of the tracks and not move one of the boats.
All right, so I'm going to choose yellow 5.
Mm-hmm.
And I move the only boat I can move, which is that one.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep.
Drop off the yellow
So
dice.
neither of us have yellow dice left.
Other thing. Boatman dice, players, headlands, activity marker. Move the yellow mark. Ooh.
Decisions.
Ooh. That's not so. Okay, I'll move the head. I'll move to here.
So
I
you
get
gain 2 wheat.
2 wheat.
2 wheat.
That was hurtful. I had a plan, and that changed.
And now you can move a keeper in there.
Yeah, which I will.
And you'll see soon why we are moving our keepers in here. But one of the reasons is end of game scoring. We are essentially, and you may have noticed this, but each of these headland tiles is a scoring condition. And by moving keepers in here, we are effectively choosing which end game scoring conditions we want. But you can change your mind. You can move them out later on if you wanted to.
Sorry, I should pass that.
Yes.
And yeah, Richard makes a good point in the chat, is that one reason why you might want to use one of your dice and just put it on your board is if you don't like people following you.
I'll play 4.
So green 4.
And I will go 1, 2, 3.
Just to here, yeah.
Yep. And I'll go. Yep.
Okay, so green 4. So I could join in. I've already got a keeper there. So
Yellow fish.
I do like fish. I'm going to join. I'm going to follow you. I believe in you, Rob.
Good.
Are you going to join in as well?
I believe in you too.
Hey! It's a big party at Fishtown. Okay, so Rob, you get to move your activity marker up, but we
And the
don't.
green.
Yeah.
So I get 2
So the
sheets.
green track, as I will show you here, is all about animals. So the first space is you gain 2 sheep and you put them in your barn. So your barn is here, and later on you will find that you can move animals out of your barn and send them to one of the farms. But at the first space is just gaining 2 sheep and putting them in your barn. Now, sheep are not worth anything at the end of the game unless you have certain things that tell you that sheep are going to be worth points.
Okay.
So you've done your activity marker. Rob, do you want to move somebody in there?
Yes.
Now, one thing I do want to mention to those people watching, every time so far we've said, do you want to move somebody in there? The answer has been yes. When we get to the second and third years, you might find people not moving somebody in there because they've already got somebody in there. So it is common for people to do it, especially at the start of the game. And I'm definitely going to do it. And you're going to do it as well. But later on, especially when you start to run out of people, you might not do that. Right, Rob's done. I go. So, what have we got? I need to use my blue because I want to move up the blue track. But if I use it, you could follow. Rob couldn't. I've got 4 people here. I'm happy with that. So, and it's a blue 4. So I could go 1, 2, 3. I can't land here. Or I could go here. I'm going to go here. So I'm going to move 2 to here. And Arthur, would you like to follow me with your blue 1?
Yep.
Okay. That goes on there. Rob can't follow because he's got a blue 6. I'm then going to move my blue activity marker up, and the blue is all about gaining fish, and this is really one of the only main ways to gain fish. And also, going on the right-hand side is to do with markets and skill tokens, which I'll explain later on. But first space is I gain a fish. So I take a fish and I put it there. And then I'm going to move a keeple onto the tile. And Arthur, you followed me. Do you want to move a keeple as well?
For sure.
He does. Right, you'll go. So Arthur only has 1 dice left. It's purple, so we can't move this boat. Could move this one or this one, but we are now starting to run out of spaces. Now, if Arthur is unable to make a legal move, then he just has to put the dice on there and move his marker up. That's always a backup.
Right. So, having engineered this situation, I haven't really thought about what. So we're starting to get limited in spaces. So
yeah,
I could go there.
You can go here. You can go here.
You
can go here.
There.
With either of the ships.
You go
So
anywhere
that
with it.
is grab first player. I'm already first player.
I mean, somebody's going to go here.
Yeah. It might as well be me, frankly. Yeah, go on. I'll play the 4 dice.
This one or that one.
Oh, yeah, both can go in. This one, I think.
Okay.
Where is it? Here.
That's where it is.
4 dice. Purple.
Rob can't follow.
It's been to the boat sunk.
The boat sunk. That's for the expansion rules where the Kraken comes in. I can't follow because I've got a purple 5.
Yeah.
So you move purple track, which is
Get a gem out of the
you
bag.
get a gem out of the bag. See what you find.
Come on, red. What's red?
Come on, you reds.
And eventually I'll move.
You can move a keeple onto the space.
Now,
Yeah, so this tile is special. I'm just going to actually zoom in on this tile a bit more because this is a special tile. You'll notice that there is actually a keeple space here. So actually what happens is there is 1 fewer space here because there is an extra one there. So whoever claims this tile should go there because it's a better space. And you will see later that whoever activates this tile or resolves this harbour will, if they had a keeple up here, they could swap it for that one. And this, whoever is here at the end of the year, they become the start player. So that's what that icon is there. They will become the start player at the end of the year. You all done? You get to move a...
I have moved.
Oh, yeah. Yes. So
So
Rob's going. 2 dice left. There is only... There's 2 harbours left. No, there's 1 harbour left. It's just this one, isn't it? Oh, there's that one. I missed that one.
So I'm going to go here with my red thing.
Red one. So I can't follow. You can't follow. You move up on the red track.
Yes. So I'm going to give myself 2 more
2 extra people. And then you can move somebody in there.
I'm going to move this guy in here.
Okay, my go. So I have a purple 5. Is there a legal move that I can make with this? There is. In fact, There is only one legal move that I can make, which is to move to here. The question is whether I want to, and I think the answer is yes, because neither of you two can follow, so I might as well. We're going to go here. I'm going to land. Nobody can follow me. So I'm going to move up the purple track. I'm going to get myself a gem. Dara's in the chat. Good to see you, Dara. Thank you for joining in. And yeah, you're absolutely right that these harbour tiles are randomly placed on the harbour. So you're going to get a different combination each game. And remember what I said at the start, these can be flipped over to the other side. So lots of variability with that. But definitely play with the black numbers the first time you play. And then I'm going to move somebody in there. So there we go. Now then, it's Arthur's go. If you remember back to what I said about 15-20 minutes ago, on your turn, if you have no dice left, you move in to the Resolve Harbour phase. And that means that Arthur is going to move into that phase while Rob is still in the landing phase because he's still got a dice available. So the players, depending on how much you follow each other, are going to transition into the next phase earlier than others. So what happens in the Resolve Harbour phase is Arthur must choose a harbour on the board where there is boatmen and dice. In other words, one that has been landed at, which is all of them at the moment, but one where he has a keeple. So he cannot choose a harbour tile where he doesn't have a keeple. And then what he's going to do is he's going to actually resolve that tile. So if you choose one, and then I'll explain how that works.
Okay, I'm going to choose number 5, which is the...
So this harbour here. Great, I've got a preset for that already. It's this one. So this is harbour tile number 5.
This does assume I've correctly interpreted what happens.
Okay, so what happens is Arthur is able to choose this tile because he has a keeple here. It turns out that all of us have a keeple here, which means we're all going to get to do this. And if you remember back to what I said earlier, the number of keeples only affects your end of game score. For this purpose, resolving the harbour, it only matters whether you have one keeple or not. So even though I've got 2 keeples here, I'm going to get to do this once. And everybody else, in fact, is also only get to do it once. So when you activate a harbour, what you do is you move the dice without changing their values into the sea. And that means that you can see that this harbour has been landed at and has been activated, which means it cannot be landed at again and it cannot be activated again this year. And then you look here to see what the harbour does. Now, in this particular harbour, there are these number values. So what these numbers are is the total value of all of the dice that we used. So if you didn't think that the dice values were important, they are for some of these tiles. So the total value is 9, which means it's this. Now, in this game, the equals to sign means you pay the cost on the left-hand side and you get what's on the right-hand side. So all players, starting with Arthur, because it's his turn and going clockwise, may spend 1 wheat to do this. Now, this icon here is to build any new cottage or upgrade a cottage to a house. And because the icon is grey, it means you can do any of them. So these are all of the cottages in the game. They are separated by colour, and each player can only have 1 cottage stroke house of each colour. And when you build it, it costs the wheat and you build it as a cottage, or you could upgrade it by paying the cost again, and then it upgrades to a house, which is basically worth more points. So because this space was 6 or more, we can all do it and it only cost 1 wheat. Now, Arthur's done that and he's been very clever because I don't have any wheat. So even though I'm there, I cannot do this because I currently don't have any wheat.
Sadly, I couldn't stitch both of you up.
But Arthur can. So are you going to spend a wheat?
Oh, I've spent it.
Oh, you already have. You spent a wheat. Okay.
So, I can buy a cottage.
You can buy any of these cottages.
I think what I hadn't appreciated last game was once you bought 1 cottage of a colour,
That's it.
that was it. So,
Yeah.
And last game I picked this one. I did very, very well out of it.
You did very, very well out of
I
it.
was
Yes.
wondering what this one does.
If your rally, so we've each got 6 headlands.
That's a particular headland.
It's if you've built a particular one.
Yeah, so it's worth 3 points, 6 on an upgrade.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. No, I will go with what I used before because it's just a no-brainer.
Mhm.
And this is red, so it goes on top of the red.
There's a question in the chat about the solo mode. Thank you, Anita. There is a solo mode included in this game. I haven't learned the solo mode. I haven't seen what it's like. So I don't currently have a playthrough planned for it. If Richard wants me to do a playthrough, if he asks nicely, and I'll have a look at the solo mode. If it's not too complicated, then I'd be more than happy to do that.
So, Rob, which would you like?
Yeah, Rob gets to do it if you want.
He spent his week. So.
He spent his wheat, so Rob's taking that building. And I'd love to, but I can build the house, but I can't thatch the roof, so it falls down. I think that's how construction works. Now, that was Arthur's turn. Arthur is in the resolve harbour phase, but now we go to Rob's turn, and Rob is still in the landing phase.
Unfortunately, yes.
But there are no harbours that you can move to.
Yeah.
So Rob is simply going to put the dice on his board, move up and get a fish.
That feels like a wasted turn.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Get a fish.
Yeah.
Two aspects of that.
Right. My go. I'm in the resolve harbour phase. I can't resolve this one because it's already been resolved. So I want to make sure that I get myself some more stone before Rob resolves that one. Although, Rob, you're not going to resolve that one yourself because you don't have any stone. So the one that gets stone is here. Oh, but I'm not there.
We won't be doing that.
Oh, well, I've completely messed this up. What have I done?
And I was annoyed because you blocked me out again.
Oh, I obviously looked at the icons
In favour.
incorrectly. Oops. Oh, I've gone there. That gets wood. Yes, I got my eyes mixed up.
I did that last game.
Yeah, so I'm going there to get wood, and then I'm not on the space that. Oh,
Benefits forward planning for sure.
curses. Okay, well, let's. I mean, maybe I should just do it because I'm never going to be able to build it. Stop Rob building it because Rob is going to be getting stone this turn.
So maybe he shouldn't.
Hmm?
So maybe he shouldn't. Well, I mean, he shouldn't have the opportunity to use.
That's what I'm thinking. It's a little bit of a, but I'm only getting you back for what Arthur did to me.
Seems
Well,
fair.
you could do the same to Arthur there, couldn't you?
Can I?
No,
No, because that
give me
gets wood.
Oh, that skips with
That's
it.
wicked.
I can't.
I'm going to do it, Rob.
And,
'Cause
and no
I-
one else can interfere here because I'm the only person.
Oh.
here.
I don't think there is a move
Okay.
for me.
Yeah.
No, hang on. There might be.
That's fair play.
Oh, I don't like
You- you
sound of
do-
that.
There might be. There might be a clever way that I can do this.
I don't like sound.
If I can. So what's going to be the cost? The cost to build the headland is going to be 3. It's going to be 3 stone to build the headland. Rob, you're not even going to get 3 stone.
Well, why not?
You're going to get 2 stone.
But I've got another way of getting it.
Have you got other ways of getting it?
Potentially.
So he claims.
Yeah, so what I'm thinking of doing is if I can get myself 2 stone and move this up, but it's how can I move that up? So these markets, there's a market here that converts wood into stone. I'm getting wood. I can also resolve a market. So I can do it. I think I've found a way of doing it. So I am going to resolve this one first. So I'm resolving this one. The dice values are 9, which if we look on the table, it's 3 wood. So I get 3 wood and Arthur gets 3 wood, and that wood comes from this forest.
It's looking pretty thin down.
It is. It should be my go, shouldn't it? Yes. My go. I've chosen there. That's been resolved. Your go.
Okay, so I could just spend that wood now. But will I miss a trick if I do that?
As you can see, the order in which you choose to resolve the harbours is really tricky. Well, not really tricky like complex, but you've got to think about it.
That's activate a market, right?
It is. Activate a market where you have
Yeah.
a keeple. And currently nobody has any keeples on the markets.
So I can get to markets with that.
You can move to a market with this.
Who else is there? Pearl.
Where is this? This is here, isn't it?
Or I can get to a market with this, I suppose.
Yep.
Let's do that one then.
Okay.
So I resolve that.
Yep.
I
So-
can use in any order.
Yeah. So the icon on this tile here is 3 movement points. And you are not restricted You can only move one keeple, but you can move it up to 3 movement points, but you're not restricted where you move it to. So you could move it into a harbour, you could move it onto one of these resource tiles, you could move it onto one of the markets. Completely free as to what you do. But the second icon here is to take a skill tile. The skill tiles are these circular tiles here, and in order to take them, you need to have a keeple on the matching coloured market. So there are actually, in fact, if I just press this button here, there's 6 markets in the game that are colour coded, and there are 2 grey ones. So if you wanted to take the red skill tile, you had to be on the red market, for example. And this action that Arthur's about to resolve is 3 movement and take a skill tile, and you can do that in any order. So if he already had a keeper on a market, he could take a skill tile and then move off. I suspect you're going to move on to a market.
Indeed.
Okay, so that's the orange market. So you get to take the orange skill tile. Now, these skill tiles, there's 3 on each space. The first one is worth 5 points, the next one is worth 3 points, and the next one is worth 1 point. You can keep these skill tiles until the end of the game, and then they're worth the points printed on them. Or you can use them on your turn, you can discard them, so you remove them from the game, to move up 1 on the appropriate track on your board. But for the 5-point tiles, I think it's quite rare that it would be worth losing the 5 points to move up on the track. I might be wrong, but just remember that if you've got a skill tile, that is an option that you can do.
So I've done. It's now Rob's.
Okay.
You resolved, and you were the only one there.
Yeah.
So yeah, Rob's go.
Okay. So I can resolve now.
You can.
He says, I'm going to resolve this one.
Okay, because you're the only one there.
Yeah.
And the dice values are, it's a 1. So what this space is about moving animals from your barn onto a farm. And because the total value of the dice was 1, Rob can move 2 animals onto a farm. So where are you going to move them to?
Okay. So I'm going to move to this one.
Okay, so this farm here, each farm has 4 resource spaces, and you put an animal on a resource and you gain that resource.
Okay, which comes from there.
Yeah. So you've gained a stone from going on there,
And I'll gain a wheat.
and you gain a wheat from going on there. Now, those animals are now in that farm. They're not Rob's animals. Nobody owns this farm at the moment. To own the farm, you need to move a keeple onto this space. At that point, it is your farm, and you own the animals, which means they count for you at the end of the game. But this here is a special movement. So as well as moving 2 animals from the barn onto a farm, also Rob gets 3 movement points with one of his keeples, but he can only move onto, you notice the 5-sided shape here, he can only move onto one of these resource areas. It usually is the farm where you've just put the animals, but it does not need to be. Rob could actually move to any of them, but he's going to move to there, which means that is now his farm. So they are his animals for now, until you decide to leave.
Wander off.
Yeah. Well, if those letters that I've sent to the local MP about his habits on a Thursday evening,
Yeah.
they get found out, he'll be evicted.
So I suspect
Okay.
you finished.
I am, yes. Thank you for moving.
Right. So now I'm going to resolve this space. So this space is 3 movement points and activate a market. So similar to this one, which is 3 movement points and take a skill tile, but this one is about 3 movement points and activating the market itself. So I am going to move this on here, which is the same market as where Arthur is. So each market can have 1 keeple per player. You cannot be on the same market more than once. And now I'm going to activate the market. So the markets all do different things. And this market is that I can convert 1 wood into 3 stone. Now, before we go any further, I did mention that some of these markets are different on the other side. And you can see that by this icon here, which is a little fish with a line, a circular arrow around it. So actually, on my turn, if I wanted to, I could spend 1 fish to flip this tile over to the other side. And you might think, well, what's on the other side? Well, this side is 1 wood to 3 stone. So guesses, put your answers in the chat. What do you think is on the other side? And now I'm going to flip it over, and it is 1 stone to 3 wood. So you kind of know what's on the other side. 1 wood to 3 stone, 1 stone to 3 wood. I'm going to leave it on that side because I am now going to convert 1 wood into 3 stone. So the wood goes out of the game, but I believe the stone comes from here. Now I have the stone that I need to build the headland. Yes! So there are ways that you can get around what I thought was, I was screwed here. I wasn't going to be able to do it.
Okay, so I get to repeat.
You get to do that as well.
Yeah.
Now,
Well,
and you can do it in any order.
yeah, well, I'm going to do the market first. So I'm going to trade.
You're going to do the same thing. You're going to spend 1 wood for 3 stone.
That supply.
Yep.
And
And then you've got 3 movement.
does that have to be to a market?
Nope, it's 3 movement points that you're completely free. You could, for example, move to a harbour that hasn't yet been resolved. And then when it is resolved, you will get to do it as well.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
That's powerful.
that is really
I
powerful.
don't think anyone did that, or maybe you did it once.
I did it once in the last game.
I think I am strongly tempted to do that. So what's
Yeah.
not resolved? So that I might.
That hasn't been resolved.
This hasn't,
That hasn't yet been resolved.
and I do want to be there.
You want to be building headlands, and you do have the stone. So yeah, Arthur's going to move there. So there is a big one of the tricky things with this game that you're going to have to get used to on your first game is there are 3 different types of movement. There is the movement where you are unrestricted and you can go wherever you want to, which is what Arthur's just done. There is the movement to the harbour, which happens after you've visited the harbour and placed the dice there. And there is the movement that Rob did, where you are limited to move to any of the resource spaces. It's all clear. The iconography is clear. You just have to remember that there are 3 different types of movement, effectively.
Use it as guess.
Oh, the market should flip after being used. Yes.
Oh,
Ah.
Oh, does that mean it was
Apologies.
illegal?
I'd actually forgotten that rule. So thank you, Richard, for pointing that out. We didn't play that this afternoon. I had forgotten that rule. But every time a market is used,
All right.
it
So
flips over to the other side.
so that was illegal for me then.
So that was illegal. We're going to have to undo that move, I'm afraid.
So I've still
Good point,
I've still,
Richard.
I've still
Yes.
got to do my move. I head forward, so it would back. Damn it! That was genius. No, it doesn't work.
There's still lots of other options
Yeah,
for you.
there are other options. What does this one do?
That allows you to spend 1 wood or a fish to move 2 keeples up to 3 spaces each.
Powerful as
I
well.
like that. Where am I? So move to there.
Yeah. And then you're activating that market.
Correct.
So you spend a wood,
Yeah.
and now you've got 2 keeples can move up to 3 spaces. So you can move from harbours that have already been
I'm just
activated
looking for places that are active.
to harbours that haven't yet
So
been activated.
these are activated, and
Suppose
I'm less
you've got some in the
excited
middle,
about it.
hasn't
So
Or just this, yeah. Move
so-
away
so
from
that's-
something that's...
so that's one.
Yeah. Although you can't use
Oh, I'm
this.
still not going to wood.
It's the stone.
Stone rather. So that's right. So where could I? That has not been activated. So this one provides wheat, which is always useful.
It is. This one
This one
provides
people,
extra workers.
which is always useful. Do you know I might move off those markets? I could move the guy that I've just used to act.
I believe so. Yeah. Can also move the keeper activating the market. Richard has just answered your question. In fact, he answered it just before you asked it. So yes.
All right. So I hate moving these guys off of here, but I think it may be necessary to decide the board I want to be on. Just checking that one over there can't get anywhere close enough. All right. So it's only a question of whether I want to do both or one. I definitely want to do one. So let's do that one.
So you're going to move that one to there.
Yeah.
So that's one that's been moved.
Yeah.
Do you want to move another one?
Probably. I can move that one to here. Stay on here. Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3. And after you've used this, it doesn't flip because this is one that is it's the same on both sides.
It's got no fish to
It's
slap.
got no fish to flip symbol.
All right. That was confusing. So that was
Right.
That was your go. Yes.
Okay, I'm going to activate.
No, that wasn't your go.
Oh no, you're right.
No, that was my go.
Yeah. Now it's my go.
Now it's your go.
That was quite a long process,
Yeah.
considering it wasn't your go.
I totally agree. So I can get 2 people from here. So that will be good. That's done. Done. I can do that in a bit. And I can do that. May as well do this one, I guess.
I'm going to do this one.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's only you here.
Yeah.
The value of the die is 2.
Yeah.
So you can build a headland. So now we're going to talk about headlands. Each player has 6 headlands, which are color coded for their color. So I'm purple, which is why they're purple at the top. And you can build these either with wood or with stone. You can build them with stone on this harbour tile and with wood on this harbour tile. And when you build them, you can build whichever one you want to, and you place it on one of the gaps between 2 of the harbour tiles. Now, 3 of these tiles are purely end of game scoring. They don't do anything for you other than score your points at the end of the game. But 3 of them have abilities on them that will benefit you during the game. So Arthur is placing the rally point here. So what this means is, from now on, any time a boat docks at this harbour or this harbour, no matter whose turn it is, Arthur is going to get to recruit 1 extra person. So that's very good.
So that, yeah, that was my
You move that off and you built, and the cost to build is either 2, 4, or 3 wood, depending on the value of the dice. Because the dice was only 2, it only cost 2 wood to build.
Yep.
Rob, you'll go.
Okay, I'm going to activate this one.
Okay. So the value is 2. This is just getting stone. So you get 2 stone.
So it's pretty
Nobody else is there. So
straightforward.
nice and simple. Quick turns.
Yeah.
Done. My go. Well, now that I have the stone, I am going to activate this one. So both me and Rob, in order, can build our headland, and it's going to cost 3 stone because the dice total 11. So I'm spending 3 stone, and I am going to build the same headland as Arthur for reasons, I think. Or do I build the fish one?
You like fish?
Oh, I do like fish. Let's build the fish one. And it kind of doesn't matter too much where I place it, although I might want to place it to interrupt some other people's things later. So I'm going to go here. Now, this tile can actually be placed either way round, because it's got a line on it. So I'm going to get 2 fish every time the boat lands here, and 1 fish every time the boat lands here. Rob, are you building a headland?
Have we done this
Yeah.
one? Have we done this one?
We haven't. No, not yet.
I must have considered it in the district.
I'm going to
We
build.
did.
I'm going to spend 3 stone.
Yeah. You're building the rally point.
So,
Okay. Popular area for headlands.
yes.
Right, that's it. Arthur, you'll go.
That was my go, wasn't
Paul did that.
That's my go. I had the boat, so it's
Right.
my go.
it? It's coming around so quickly.
Yeah.
I'm getting a dish, right? Yeah, let's have some people.
Okay. So the value of the dice is 1, which means all people that are there get 2 new peoples. So, yay! Well done.
So what choices have I got? Limited
Getting
now.
fewer. This one's not been done.
This hasn't been done, but you're not here.
Done.
Okay.
This hasn't been done, but you're not here.
The only one I can do is that.
Could be.
And you have to do one if you can. If you can't, we'll see that in a minute.
I'll get 1 wheat,
You get 1 week, which comes from here.
of course.
Right. My go?
Yeah.
So are there ones left that I can activate? Yes, there. And there. I think that's it,
Yeah.
I believe.
Thank you.
So I'm going to activate this one. It's a 5, which means I get 2 sheep to my barn.
Your fish to eat.
And nobody else is there, so nobody else gets to do that.
1 space left, I believe.
Arthur, there is 1 space left to resolve,
I'll activate it.
and you can resolve it because you are there. So you get to either get 3 generic movement points, activate a market, which for you is either of those, or gain a skill tile, which for you, you're on the yellow and the grey one. There are no grey skill tiles, so it would be, sorry, orange, which would be that one.
Or move 3. Actually, moving 3 is not too appealing. I think activating the market probably. Well, I could get a fish, yeah.
No, that's spend a
Spend
wood
fish, spend
or a
spend
fish.
And I haven't got any stones, so I can't do that. Maybe moving is a better option. No, I'll take the
Or you can take a
I'll
3-point
take the
skill
3-point
token.
skill token.
You're going to take that?
Yeah.
Okay. Right, now, if you remember, about an hour ago, I said that there is a benefit to following people, because if you follow more people, you will run out of your dice earlier. And if you do that, you will move to the Resolve Harbour phase earlier. And if you end up in a position where it's your turn and there isn't a harbour to resolve, you get to do something special. Now, you might be thinking, hang on a minute, Paul, why hasn't the year ended? Because all of the harbours have now been resolved. So the end of the year has been triggered, but you play to the end of the current round. And that's why this start player marker does not move until the end of the year. So Arthur has triggered the end of the year by resolving the last harbour, which means Rob and myself, we are going to get a turn.
That's really hurtful.
And on that turn, because we cannot resolve a harbour, we either take any 2 resources of our choice, which is wood, stone or wheat, or we advance one of our activity markers 1 space on our track. Really powerful. So Rob, which one of those are you going to do?
I think I can answer that question for you, Rob.
Think?
Careful.
I'm not sure.
Oh,
I think I know what I want to do.
I know what I would do.
See, I'm tempted to do this.
Okay,
And that's
build
what-
another house.
that's- Yeah,
In order to take something.
I'd move up on the tracks.
Yeah.
Probably the red one.
But getting resources is useful for building
It
more,
is.
more headlands. But
Yeah.
I think I'm going to do this one.
Okay, so that allows you to build for 1 week. You can either build a new cottage or upgrade a cottage into a house.
So I could go on this side of the track and go up to there, couldn't I?
You could,
Um,
if you wanted to.
but no, I'm going to do this side.
Okay,
And
what are you going to build? You're going to build a new one?
Yes, a new one, which will be the one that gives you points for building your
Points for building your headlands?
Yeah.
Points for just generic headlands?
Yes.
Yeah, that's 3 points for each headland that you've built.
Which I've done. Oh, generic headland.
Oh no, sorry, that's the rally points. That is specifically the rally.
Thank
Yeah.
you for that, because I'll pick.
There isn't a generic headlands one,
Yeah.
but there is. But you started
You
with
nearly
it.
get me half over there.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, and now it's my go, and I'm going to take the last turn for this year, and I'm also going to move up a track.
Like I said, very hurtful.
And I don't have any wheat, so I'm not going to move up. I'm going to move up this track, and I'm going to get 2 more people.
Like I said, very hurtful.
There you go. Right, and that is the end of the year. So at the end of the year, what happens is each player takes back dice so that they have 1 of each colour. You might have some on your player board.
Blue one on my playboard.
Okay. We leave the boats where they are, and I think that boat was here, but we repopulate the boats so that they have 1 boatman of each colour.
Got it.
That was there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was there, right? And what else did we do at the end of the year?
Was this
We do
correct?
this.
Should I have stayed there?
Yes, so you were the only person
was
there,
it?
so this moves to the player who is on that space.
Which is me.
And that is it for the end of the year.
We're going to flip
So,
these.
yeah, so because we're playing with the dice strips, we now flip them from the white side to the grey side for the second year of the game. And then what we do is we put the dice on them. And remember, once you've played this game a few times, you are actually free to choose whatever dice you want. But as long as you've got one of each value, then that's okay. I like the fact that there's not much maintenance in this game between rounds. It's just take the dice back, restock the boats, and off we go. Now, if you were only watching this video to get an idea of how it plays, you've seen that, and I hope this video has been useful. But, of course, things are going to change now in year 2 because we've already got lots of people on the spaces. So in year 1, when we were resolving the harbours, we had a number of harbours that only one player was at. Now, we're going to see more keepers added to the harbours, which means when we start resolving them, multiple people are going to be resolving their effects. And then year 3 feels quite different for me because you start to run out of keepers by year 3. Arthur, you are the first player. What would you like to do?
What I'd like to do is get some stone. Or potential stone. I am going to move this boat.
Yeah.
I think. I am going to use the yellow. Or the red. Yellow, I think. Yep, I'll use the yellow dice. I'll go here.
You're going to move it just the one?
Here.
Yeah.
Chap comes off.
Right. Rob, you want to follow?
Yes, I will, yes.
I think I'm going to follow as well. So, there's no headlands to activate. Arthur, you get to move up on the yellow track,
I think I'll go here.
which allows you to advance up any track.
I'll take 2 new
Get 2 new people.
ships.
And now, starting with the active player and going clockwise, we move in. And the reason why this is done in order is that there are limited keeper spaces on each harbour tile. 5 in a 3-player game. So Arthur's gone in there. Rob?
Yes.
Ditto. Okay. Done.
Wow. Okay, so I'm going to use red dice.
Now, also, bearing in mind that the designer of this game is in the chat, if you did want to share your thoughts on the game in the chat, let me know what you think about the game so far. Let me know if it's what you expected, not what you expected.
Which boat do you move it? Can you move it 0?
No, you cannot move it 0. You have, and I didn't mention this, but you have to move the boat at least 1 space.
So I can't actually go there with the...
You can't go here right
at all.
now. At all.
Bide your time a little bit.
Because
The boat will
there
move
is a
up.
boat here.
I guess I've given the game away a bit here. But,
Well, I wasn't very excited about the move anyway. Rob, so I wasn't very-
oh, thanks.
I don't want to follow that.
Yes, boats have to move.
Oh, well. Boats have to move.
Minimum of 1 and a maximum based on the value of the dice.
Okay. Well. So let's use my green dice and move this boat 5.
5,
1, 2,
2,
3.
3. You're moving at the full 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to invite me?
Well, I've got no choice.
Nope, you don't.
I am not interested.
Okay.
No, I don't want to, but I have to.
So, Rob, you get to move up the green track. So the green track has 2 options when you get to level 2. The left-hand option is you can either gain a cow, a pig, or a sheep and put them into your barn. The right-hand option allows you to send 2 animals from your barn to a farm and then 3 movement points to move one of your workers to a resource tile. This is exactly the same as the ability that we saw here.
Well, I haven't got any animals in my barn.
Okay, so you go in the left hand. Do you want a cow, sheep, or a pig?
I'll take a pig.
Have a pig.
Yep.
And now you get to move a keeper in. Come and join you.
Well, everyone's out now.
And Arthur decided not to join in the party, so he's not coming. No messages in the chat from people with their thoughts on the game. They're obviously scared of what Richard might think. Right, so my go. Where am I going to go? Well, no headlands got activated, did they? But I think I'm going to activate a headland now. Although I know that's going to get activated at some point, so maybe I'll just do something else and go somewhere else. This is the getting wheat, isn't it? Yeah.
Is the getting wheat.
That is the getting wheat action space. So let's go there with a red 2.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go 1, 2. And Arthur, you are the only one that is allowed to join me. Do you want to join me?
Just checking how many workers I've got. Yeah, I think I will.
Okay.
What does 3 do? It reduces the wheat output. Oh, sad.
It does.
I don't know why everyone loves that space so much.
Okay, and now I get to move up the red track, and I'm going to stick with the left-hand side for reasons.
You get
Yes, so this headland activates. So this is Rob's headland, so Rob gets to recruit a person, and this headland activates, so Arthur gets to recruit a person as well. And then I'm going to move a keeple to the space. You'll go.
Yeah, I was going to do something similar myself, so I'll rethink it now.
But by you going there with a 1, that has reduced the wheat that we're going to get.
I think you guys are a bit too keen on wheat. We need to control the supply of it.
I'm ready.
That's fine.
you guys are a bit too keen on this space.
Well,
it's a good space.
It's a good space. Right, maybe it's time to get some people. Because after all, you can never have enough people.
I approved of that decision. Because
And
I get some fish when somebody goes there.
I get another person.
I like the way graphically that the bubbles that the fish are coming out of the mouths are colour coded to the player colour as well.
I've not
nice touch.
I've not noticed that, but you're correct. Right, so I'm thinking I'm going to go there. If I go there, what do I want to use? Probably the orange dice. Yeah. So orange dice to here.
Is this boat?
Move this.
You can move that one. You can move that one.
Could you get
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Move any of them.
Yeah, unfortunately, thinking about which boat I want to move is probably beyond beyond the pale.
You can move this
Move
one.
this one, yeah.
Okay. So that moves here. The dice goes there.
Orange
Boatman
boat
gets off.
goes aboard.
Rob, do you want to join in?
Goes off.
Orange getting more meeples. Points for cows. Sorry. I think no, I can't.
Well, you
Because-
can.
Well, I can. Technically, I can, but
Yeah.
it means. But that's what I moved there. I mean, just trying to think, see if I've got enough resources to do it in terms of people and where I want to be. So I'm not going to follow.
Okay, I am going to follow. So, headland tile. So I get 2 fish.
And then I get
You get another worker.
Quite a tricky decision whether or not to
Then
follow.
It is.
advance the orange track.
So Arthur now gets a discount of 1 resource every time he builds a headland.
And I may move a guy in. Now,
Mhm.
I'm not overly enamoured by that space, but on the other end, I've got enough people floating about at the minute, so we can, at least for the moment,
Yeah.
move.
So here's the thing. I've followed, and I'm not going to move a keeple to here. And you might be thinking, well, why have I followed? Because I've literally got no benefit whatsoever for placing a dice there. Normally, if you follow and you place a dice there, it's because you want to put a keeple onto the space. But I don't want to put a keeple onto this space. And the reason why I don't want to, I think, is the same reason Arthur was thinking about it, is the end of game scoring condition for this is not something that I'm going for. This is for having cows at the end of the game. I don't have any cows, and I'm not planning on getting any cows. I've already got 1 keeple on this tile, which means I'm going to get the ability of the harbour when it's resolved. So in that case, why did I follow? The reason I followed is because I'm planning this round to get rid of my dice as soon as possible so that I can go into the resolve harbour phase as soon as possible. This is kind of my plan. It might work, it might not, but this is one of the interesting decisions in the game as to whether you follow or not and your reasons for doing so.
Rob's go.
So Rob's go.
Right, I'm going to use that red 5.
Red 5.
Red 5 standing by. I'm going to go here with
That's a 6.
sorry,
but-
red 6.
You can say red 5 standing by
Sorry.
because it sounds better than
Yeah.
red 6.
Got it in my head.
He did have a red 6.
6 is anywhere because there's 12 tiles.
Yeah.
So with a 6, you can go anywhere. Right. I cannot follow. Arthur cannot follow.
Oh. Sorry, wrong
No.
wrong thing.
Wrong
I
thing.
want to go here.
Okay. Yeah, that's where you wanted to go earlier.
Yeah.
So we still can't follow.
Okay.
No.
You get to move up the red track.
Yeah. So
Are
I'm
you
gonna
having
take
more people?
2 more people.
Yep.
Yes.
And you get to move somebody into there if you want to.
I'll do.
Okay.
You're done, are you?
Yes. Yep. Yep. Sorry, I'm not sure. Yellow, your orange disc.
It's all right. Okay. So, purple, you can both follow me. Blue, you can both follow me. So I need to be shellfish and work out where I want to go. So that's going to be resolved and we're going to get 1 wheat. Is rubbish.
Serves you right.
That's going to be resolved and we're all going to get 3 stone.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty good. I don't know if it's too soon to be starting to think about the end game conditions. It probably is. Because I want to be there. That's absolutely where I want to be. So let's do it with a... We're going to do it with a blue 5. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And would you like to join me?
I certainly would. Oh, there's a trap here, isn't there?
Maybe. Rob, do you want to join?
So, yeah, I'm just thinking what the trap might be.
It's a trap.
Trap.
The trap is you have no stone, I have no stone,
Yeah.
and he's going to go first.
Paul
thing.
hasn't-
Yeah, but I've only got 1.
He hasn't got enough
That's the one thing that persuaded me to go there.
Right, I can't build
Yeah.
unless I get more
As
stone.
It's stone.
Yeah.
Yes.
But he might get stone other than by going there. In the meantime,
I can't see how. Well, okay, yeah, I could send 2 animals to a farm to get 2 stone, potentially.
It's worth the risk, I suppose.
Okay, everybody's followed me. I'm that popular.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move up the blue track, and I'm going to move up the left-hand side of the blue track. I'm going to get myself a fish. No headlands to resolve, and then we all, in player order,
Mm-hmm. There are 3 spots.
and I am going to move
So
in.
we're all good.
You're going to move in.
Yeah.
Okay, that is that space full. Remember, these can be moved out if we want to, but right now they are full. Arthur.
Right. So I think I am going to need some wood. Which would indicate I probably should go there. Oh, I'm also need to do that. Blimey. Right, green and purple.
You do have legal moves available to you.
If I do purple, neither of you can follow.
If you do green, neither of us can follow.
Yeah, you're correct. So maybe I'll use this boat 1, 2, using the green 2.
Mhm.
Green boatman gets off.
Okay, so neither of us can follow.
Do I actually want? Oh, sorry, I'm working through.
You get to move up with a headland.
Yeah.
So Rob gets next to person. And you now get to move up the green track. So you get 2 jeeps. Which go into your barn. And then do you want to move somebody to the...
No,
To the tile?
Don't think so.
Okay. Yeah. Rob. Yeah, Kyle asked a very good question. It's a good question, Kyle. It wasn't a silly question. So earlier on, when I said you don't have to put a dice and to move a boat, Kylie is asking, what happens if enough people do that, that not all of the harbours actually get landed on? You just don't resolve that harbour in the resolve harbour phase. So it is as simple as that, but I doubt it would actually ever happen in practice.
I can't see it.
Going here. Drops off. I cannot follow. Arthur could follow. So here's me with my plan of trying to get rid of my dice early, and actually,
Nope, not following.
the way it's worked. Hang on, you move up the purple track first.
Yes.
Gets you
Two
two gems from the bag.
Gems are not that.
And the gems are going to be worth points at the end of the game, depending on how far you've advanced up the purple track. We'll explain that nearer the time. And now you get to move somebody in there.
Is that sensible? Possibly.
If you want to.
Might as well.
Okay, my go. So I'm placing this purple 6. Where have we got left to go? Well, I want to go here. I think I want to go here. I'm not sure. I mean, somebody might go here. That's the other reason. If nobody really wants to go here, and I don't go here with my dice, you might say, I'm not going there. And I miss out on getting my fish.
There's a good chance I won't, because if
But if you don't go there, you won't activate.
I've only got a 3, which will cost 4.
Oh, right.
wood,
Okay.
which is hideous.
Interesting.
Whereas if you go there, I'll be more.
You would probably follow,
Mm.
and then we would be building for 3. But I don't have the 3. Where do we get wood from? Here, and I am here. You could resolve there,
but I don't know
but
that.
you've not
I
got
need
enough.
I'm in the same situation.
So we're okay. I'm going to do it.
We should be.
We should be okay. I'm going to use the purple 6 on here. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to say, would you like to come and join me? You will likely say yes.
Or have you moved your orange track?
I don't believe I have.
Someone's saying in the
Oh,
chat.
damn it! That would have changed it.
Did I move orange track up once? See comments above. Where? Your orange activity marker was... Oh, when you knocked it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so it
Yeah.
was on one when it got knocked with the hit.
That's better.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. And it doesn't actually matter where it was on there.
True.
But so where were we? Here.
So,
I'm
yes.
moving my purple marker up 1,
Mm-hmm.
so I get 2 gems. I found an emerald and a sapphire. And then I am going to move somebody in there. I think Arthur possibly isn't.
no, they will.
Oh, you are? Okay. Oh, because this is going to be your big scoring, isn't it?
You get a fish.
I get a fish. So Arthur is going for trying to build all of these headlands and getting loads of points at the end of the game.
I'm doing a much worse job than last game. That works.
Okay, Arthur, it is your turn, and you move into the resolve harbour phase.
Yeah.
So which harbour would you like to resolve?
Okay, so I am a bit concerned about the resources I have. Or actually haven't. Lest people kick things off. So, so here you haven't got enough wood either. So you can't initiate, or you can do, but
That would get... Oh, that's 3 wood to build.
yeah,
Yeah, and I don't have that, and I don't have a discount.
yeah. So that's not. I'm not worried about that space. Therefore, sort of. And I could get some wood here, but I think stone is more pressing. Is that over there?
Gaining stone is here.
Yeah. I think stone is arguably more pressing. Yeah, so we'll do that. We'll
Okay.
this one.
So the dice values are 11, so we are all going to get 3 stone.
I think it's more comes up as well, isn't
Yes, and at this point in the game, all of the stone has gone from the quarry. So what happens when the quarry is empty of stone is you flip the tile over, and there is now, I don't know if you can see this, let me just zoom in on it so you can see. There you go. You can see that there is an outline of a meeple on here. What this means is, on somebody's future movement, they could move a meeple onto here, and if they do, they would own the quarry. That does 2 things. At the end of the game, they get 3 points, but also any time that harbour tile E is resolved, which is the one that gets you stone, that player gets double stone.
Very nice. So that's me.
That was your go. We all got the 3 stone.
So I have to do this.
There's no legal move, I think.
Is there no legal move?
Well, the only harbours that are open are down.
Yeah.
Oh no, yes, well,
You've got a legal move.
Have I?
Yeah, this orange one could go to there or to there.
Okay.
These 2 harbours have not been landed at this year. So
Right.
Kyle asked the question earlier on. We're actually going to have the situation where not all of the harbours. Now that's never happened. This is my 3rd game, and that's never happened.
I think we're playing a lot more cagey.
We are playing differently than we did this afternoon. I'm not saying better. I'm just saying differently. Because we all think we know more what we're doing,
More devious.
and we might not know what.
Might actually be playing worse.
Yeah, we may be playing worse. Oh, and the winning score was 12.
I'm just spending a little bit of time worrying
alright,
about
so
other people will do.
Do you want to go or not? Does.
Fish City, apparently.
Yeah.
See, because
So you move up your orange track.
We cannot follow them.
Stone or wood.
stone.
The quarry's empty, so it comes from there. And do you want to move a
Sorry, no wood.
wood? Okay. Do you want to move a meeple onto there?
Do I want to move the meeple onto the?
If you didn't, you probably wouldn't have done that. Oh no, because then you can activate it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not going to move the meeple onto there.
Okay. Right.
I'm collecting fish.
I go. So now I've got the stone. But before we build the headland, I'd love to get this orange marker up here
Wouldn't you just?
because that gives me a discount. But how do I do that?
Well, you've got no orange dice. So you did that. You'd need to do.
I would need to
activate
this.
that thing.
Or, yeah, I activate this, which gets me a skill token. I take the orange skill
You
token,
could do that with
and then I use the orange skill token to move up the track.
sacrificing only.
I'd be losing a point. I think it's worth it. In fact, am I already on the orange one? I'm already on the orange one.
Ah.
Now, that's interesting, because that means I can use the 3 movement points to move somewhere else that is going to get activated where I'm not, where I don't have somebody. She's here. Because I'm pretty much in most... Oh no, nobody went here. So we have 2 harbours that are not being resolved this turn. Wow, so even if I move somebody in there, it's not going to get resolved, which means you're going to keep that for the 3rd round.
That's dreadful.
That is
dreadful.
really interesting. So, okay, I'm going to do it. We're going to resolve this tile. So, the values on the dice are irrelevant for this, but I'm going to get to do it first. And I'm going to take a skill tile first, and I'm going to take the orange skill tile. Then, I've got 3 movement points. And I am going to... I don't know now. It's got me all flummoxed. I'm going to move to the quarry.
Yeah.
There you go. My quarry.
You did that last game.
Paul's quarry. No, did I?
Oh, one of the 2 did.
Yeah.
I didn't.
And then, just because I can, and none of us did this in the game this afternoon, but I'm going to discard this orange skill token out of the game to move up the orange track. So I get a discount of 1 on all headlands that I build. Nice.
Okay, so other people on this territory,
Yeah.
Myself included.
3 movement points and take a skill tile.
All right, so in the interests of... So the places I'm not, they're going to activate. Not there.
You're not here. You're not here. You're not here.
So that's all about building cottages.
This is building buildings. This is putting animals on farms. This is putting animals into your barn.
So none of those are hugely impressive. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this chap here.
The track jump.
And I'm taking
I'll
a
take
skill.
skill tile. So that is not
No.
coloured.
You don't want to do that
because
because all the orange ones have gone, and these are both grey,
yeah,
which means you wouldn't get a skill tile.
I could get 5 points.
Whereas you could get 5 points if you went to a different one. Have a yellow skill tile. I'm just going to separate them just so we can see that you've got 2.
Then
And then Rob,
obviously
you've got 3 movement and take a skill tile in any order, but you can't currently take a skill tile because you're not on the market.
Can I move anywhere?
It's 3 movement points where you can move anywhere.
Yeah.
But if you're
You have to go to
not,
market.
if you're not on a market tile, you cannot take a
actually,
skill
rather
thing.
than move that one, can I move this one?
Yeah, you can.
1, 2.
1, 2,
Where do I go?
3.
There.
Yeah, you can do that. That's allowed.
It's just too many points
What, 5?
not to do that.
It's yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm not on a market at the moment.
Markets are overrated.
Because I was thinking of going somewhere else just to get extra activation.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, it's up to you, but 5 points is 5 points.
well, it's going to be worth only 3 in net points.
See what Colin says.
Okay, I'm going to actually controversial. I'm
Oh,
gonna go
he's
here.
not going to do it. You're just going to move to there.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. So it means you don't get to take a skill tile. That's
Okay.
fine.
Back to me, is it?
Mm-hmm.
So
Where would you like to resolve?
I probably need some wood in case you guys do this thing.
This is the gaining wood space.
Right, okay. So yeah, so we're gonna do this
Okay,
one.
so me and you get 2 wood each, which
Yeah.
means
Oh dear.
the forest flips over.
That was a bad decision on my part then. I think. Oh well.
Rob.
Yeah, I didn't realise you could do that.
Well, I was concerned that he might activate this on his next turn. That's why I did that.
On my next turn.
No, his next turn.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah.
Just one thing that I did want to mention is that this is a prototype copy of the game. The player colour meeples, at the moment, they are the same green as the boatman. They're going to change. I believe these are going to be a light green. I'm not sure about the purple ones. I think they are going to be different as well, so that they're different from the purple boat. But again, because it's a prototype, they are the same colour for this one.
Let's do this one.
Okay, so it's a 6, which means both me and you get to add 2 pigs to our barn. Wink.
Wink.
Can you all? So, I think I'm going to choose to activate this space. So we all get to build a headland for stone. And the default cost, the base cost is 3. I get a discount of 1. I spend 2 stone,
Likewise.
but I get to build first,
And 3.
is the important thing. Have I got an extra fish? I'm just counting the number of fish that I've got. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, I should be on 5. Okay. Which one do we want? Which one do we want? I think I'm going to build.
Oh.
If we're going with that, then I also need to go with that. Okay, so I'm going to build Headland E. Now, Headland E can be built either this side up or this side up, and it is an end of game scoring tile, and I'm going to build it here. So what this means is, at the end of the game, I am counted as having 1 extra keeple on this tile. It's only for the end of the game. So it doesn't affect during the game, but at the end of the game, I'm effectively going to score this harbour tile once more because of that. Don't know if that's the right decision or not, but I've made it.
This is also end game.
That is also the end game, and that is 2 points for each keeper you have on the 2 tiles adjacent to that headland. So here is good for you because that's getting you 6.
Yeah, but I think
But
I'm going to put this one out.
okay, so you're treated as having an extra keeper
Yeah.
here, which is probably for you going to be 8 points if you manage to get all of your headlands built.
Yeah.
Rob, are you building?
Yes, I've paid 3.
What you're building?
I'm going to build.
Now, we're playing a 3-player game today, obviously, and in the previous 3-player game, all of these headland spaces were filled. So there's going to be a lot of competition for the headland spaces in a 4-player game if everybody's going down that route. Right, so we've all built. Tyler's been done. Arthur, your go.
Right, so what have I got left? I have got this space, which is wheat.
Mm-hmm.
This space that gives,
Gives extra workers, yeah.
and indeed extra workers. Oh no, that's the boat movement. This one that gives headlands.
This is building headlands for wood.
Yeah, so maybe I should. The
So you got first choice
Spaces are vanishing. Let me-
Okay.
Yeah.
So the base cost is 3.
I get a discount of 1.
I get a discount of 1. I'm definitely building.
Uh,
Rob, you could build, but you're not there. You don't have the wood. So.
Yeah.
What you going to build?
I'm probably going to build this one. The only question is where.
That's why I think
these
I
are-
shouldn't have moved there, probably.
I think also, just a quick pointer, I said in the last game that tile was if you'd built your statue. It's not. It's if you've built your lighthouse.
Okay, yeah.
Okay?
Would be a bit, yeah. Wouldn't make sense if it was the statue, would it? Because you're already getting this fixed amount of points.
So that's the lighthouse. So what the lighthouse does is it gives you skill tiles or activating the market. And I've paid the cost, and I'm going to build my monument or my statue, big statue of Paul. Goes there. That's simply 8 points at the end of the game. Plus, I get to look at it and take photos.
So that was my action.
There's your action. Pass this to Rob.
So, yes, what's left? We've got this to build a house. This to put cattle out.
That would be to put 1 animal into a farm.
Yeah, so, that's why I miscalculated. I wanted it to be 2. Yeah.
I think I've underestimated the value of fish.
Well, if you don't have any scoring things for fish.
No, but it's the ability to switch the trading things.
Right.
So if I go here, I get first pick
Yep.
of the remaining
So
buildings.
it is, the cost is 1. So 1 wheat.
Yeah.
Don't have any wheat.
Well,
Oh dear, I've messed up on this building, Lark, haven't I?
well, that's how I felt about not having any wood just now.
Yeah. But I didn't have any wheat last time. You'd have thought I'd have learned from my mistakes.
Everything.
No.
Not like
Am I on the space that gets wheat? I am. Should have done that. That would have been more important than placing a headland.
I'm just going to go for the.
That should be the other way up.
What's that feeling now?
I'm sure I had stacks of houses or cottages
I had loads.
by this point.
Yeah. We're almost at the end of the second year, and all I've got is my cottage that wants
It
fish.
should be a lower scoring game than last.
Yeah, I think it will. I think it will.
Because we're all playing better.
Yeah.
Or worse, yeah. You're all done?
Yeah.
Okay, so now do I get the wheat?
Better late than never.
So what's left to activate? This one where I can't activate,
And that one.
this one where I can, and this one where I can. So I'll just do this one. So it's 3, which means we all get 1 wheat.
Don't spend it all at once.
It's from here.
Sorry.
There you go. 1, 2, 3, and the wheat field flips over. So all of the 3 resource spaces are now available for ownership. You can overbuild your own headlands. Thank you.
Oh,
I had forgotten that.
what happens to the one that's overbuilt?
Yeah, I think he's gone out of the game.
I'm not doing that.
No.
Well, this one wouldn't be so bad if you weren't.
I think so. Let me know, Richard, what happens if you overbuild your own headland? Is it removed from the game, or do you get it back and can you build it again later?
I mean, that would be tempting. The latter would be tempting.
Mm.
Right, okay, so I think you've just had a go. So
I have just had a go.
it's now my go. So what's left for me? There's this one,
That one, and that one.
and that one, that one.
That one and that one.
Okay. I guess I'll do that one.
That's a good choice.
Mm.
So it's 9. We all get, well, me and you get 2 people.
And this triggers, so
Nope.
I'll...
No, that's only
Oh,
one.
that's
bonus.
bonus. Yeah, 2 people.
2 people.
It'll happen. It's not fair.
Rob, you have no choice.
Yeah.
It's got to be this one. So you get 1 animal which you can put on a farm.
Farm will be
Your existing farm, is it? Okay. You gain
Yeah.
wood.
going to wood. So I wanted that to be 2 woods, so I
Yeah.
could do that, but it didn't quite work
And
out.
you can then move 1 keeple up to 3 spaces as long as it ends on one of the resource locations.
Okay. So I'm going to move something to here. But where is it going to come from? That's the question.
Yeah, all of these are actually quite good for you. Well, maybe not
Mm.
that one, but might be
Well,
later.
the fish one is questionable, but I need to do this more often.
Yeah,
So, and this one is quite good for me.
you've currently got 3 farm animals at the moment. So
Yeah.
that tile is getting you 3 points, and you've got 2 keeples.
So 6 points.
You're getting 6 points. You're getting 3 points per keeple.
Yeah. And this
Whereas
is
that
not,
one,
not the best.
you're
for
not
me.
doing that well at that.
So let's do this one. If I can reach, I can't reach it though, can I?
Well, it's 3 to any of. Oh, you want to go here?
Yeah, but I can't reach it from
You
here.
can't reach it from there. 1, 2. No.
Sets of 3 sheep. Well, I've only got 1.
Okay, so 1, 2. You are now the owner of the wheat field.
Yeah.
Well, that triggers the end of the year, so we finish the round, which is me. I get a bonus movement. Now then.
Let's remember not to be first next time.
Now then.
Oh, no.
What are we going to
I
do?
will be next one is the last round. I will be the first. Okay. Damn it.
What am I going to do? Am I going to take 2 more fish? I'm going to take 2 more fish.
So we have an answer from Richard. The headland built over stays in place. It no longer gives
Oh,
benefits,
okay.
but it does count as a built headland for
Okay.
headland for
So you
scoring
literally build on top of it and you leave the existing one in place. So you wouldn't lose.
Yeah, so that's tempting, yeah.
Yeah, that allows you to get the maximum benefit from one of these
'cause I don't really need that anymore.
and then build a scoring tile on top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Richard. Good to know. That's it. That's the end of the round.
Yeah.
Year 2 is over.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay.
So we got to take the
Take the dice back.
repopulate the boats. Take the dice back. Oops,
So the official rules for the 3rd year are that you can choose whether you want to use the white or the grey side of the tile, or if you're feeling really brave, choose secretly what you want them to be.
what have I not got? Orange, yellow, purple, green, yellow. I've got red. Where's red? So we choose.
You choose whether you want
we
to use the
choose
white
side-
or the grey side.
We choose the side that we want. Okay.
And yeah, I'm not completely sure as to. I think the next time I play, I would like to choose my own dice value just to see if I'm able to work out what the skill in there is, because I'm sure there is one. And none of us have got to the top of any of our tracks yet, so something does happen when you get to the top of your tracks.
Yeah. Again, I think I don't see you making as much progress as the previous game.
No, definitely not. Well, I followed a lot more because I was trying to get into. I was trying to have 2 of the super goes. I only need to do it with 1.
So flip this over again.
It's up to you. You can use
Oh.
white or grey.
Apparently, I'm first.
I don't think I can work it out.
I'm going to use white.
Or can I?
Right, Arthur, year 3. Off we go.
Okay, I am going to use an orange dice. And I'm going to use it on this boat, not that it matters too much. I'm going to go here, and 6.
Going here with an orange 6.
Interesting.
Orange 6, you say?
So who wishes to follow me? Because you all can.
We can. Equal to or lower.
So scoring.
What do you think, Rob? You following?
With an orange dice. Would it get me 3 movement, generic movement plus the market activation? I don't have any market things yet.
Well, you
Don't
could
have
get you could get a market thing out of the movement though.
Yes. Yes, I suppose. Yeah. But scoring is only worth 2 points, but it is points. So.
Well, 2 points if you've got 1 to 3 skill tokens.
Oh yeah, I don't have any.
You don't have any yet.
So highly questionable for me, I think, unless I want the things that the market gives, which I may do. We have to have a meeple there as well. Sorry. It's just not. There's a track jump. Yeah, I'll do it.
You're going to follow? I'm not going to follow. No headlands to resolve. You move up the orange track.
So
You now get a discount of 2
marvelous.
on all of your builds to a minimum of 1. And then you two can put keepers in here. Arthur first.
What is this scoring for?
Different coloured
Oh.
skill tiles.
Okay, well I'm getting something.
I
out of it.
can't afford
Oh, I'm on the first level. Aren't I? First level of scoring.
can't afford to put a keeper in there.
But there aren't. Oh, there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
Do you want to change your mind?
No.
Oh,
Sorry.
no, I can cover a bit, sorry.
Change your mind?
No, I can
No?
do No, sorry.
You can? Okay.
Apologies.
You putting a keeper in there?
So this is the number of keeper, right?
The number of different coloured skill tiles that you
okay,
have,
okay.
and that's how many points you get. So if you've got all 6 colours,
Yeah.
it's 8 points.
Yeah, but I've currently got 2. So
You've currently got 2.
So it's 2 points.
Yeah.
And I could double it before. No, I don't think.
Okay. Rob, do you want to move somebody in?
Yeah. I'll move this guy in.
So 1, 2, 3.
I didn't think I could do it, that's why I was doing the route.
Okay. Right. Done. Rob.
So I did have a plan. Oh yeah. So I'm going to go. I'll use this one.
Mm-hmm. You're moving the boat to here?
Yep.
Okay.
I get a meeple.
Well, first thing is inviting people.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to join you.
Nor am I.
Okay. Then you activate the headlands, so both of you two get an extra person. Then you get to move up the red track. You're sticking with the left-hand side, so you get 2 extra people. And then you can move somebody in there if you want to on the final space. Let's go for it. Right. All done. I go. So, I don't want to advance to the top there yet, because that's bad. I think I need some wheat. Where do we get wheat from again? Oh, that's weird. There. Right, and there's a 6 there, so we're going to get 3. We're all going to get 3 wheat. These things we know.
Well, I'm going to get 6.
You're going to get Sorry, we're going to get 3, you're going to get 6.
Mhm.
So as long as that happens before this space is resolved, then we're golden. Now, I need to start thinking about my end of game scoring opportunities. Yeah, so that's not doing anything. There's a... No, you got it, didn't you? Yeah, you got the building for the pig-sheep combo.
Sounds rude.
Okay, here's the plan. I'm going to use a yellow 1. I'm going to go here. I'm going to unload the 1, knock the boat over. Does anybody want to join? Nobody can. Nobody can. Right. Then what I'm going to do is... That is activated. No, that's an end of game scoring 1, so that doesn't matter. I'm going to move up the yellow track, and I'm going to move up the track that allows me to spend my 1 and only wheat. I'm going to build the building that I built this afternoon that was rubbish for me, but it's going to be awesome for me this time round.
Yeah.
Trust me.
That's I'm a pig farmer.
Do I want to move another meeple in here from here? I'm not sure that I do. Because that's points for gems, although I am going to get to place that. So actually, it's worth 3 points. Go on, I'll move in. There you go. Go. Oh.
Okay, so
Lots of thinking going on now.
Mhm.
I haven't got that. I have got that. I'm going to move this boat. This is wood, yeah. Actually, yeah, that's wood. So I'm going to move this boat to here.
Yep.
With the yellow. Yep.
Okay. Yellow 5. Rob, do you want to join?
It's just the most annoying thing. Because I want to be on that track really, the way things are going, so I'm going to have to go here.
Okay. Activate the headland.
Sound choice. So green gets the chap. This.
And then you move up on the yellow track. So you're moving up that side. So you move to the top. Right, we have our first arrival at the top of the track. So you'll notice at the top of each track there is a house symbol or a cottage stroke house symbol, but it's colour coded. So Arthur has just arrived at the top of the orange track, which means he gets to build for free an orange cottage, or if he already had an orange cottage, he could upgrade that cottage into a house by flipping it over. In addition to that, he also gets to do this, which is to build for 1 resource, either wood or stone, gets to build a headland. Now, once you are on level 4, if you were to ever increase again, you basically get to resolve this again. So that was there, wasn't it? Arthur is spending 1 resource and he's building a headland, and you've upgraded that cottage to a house. Because that was his starting cottage. He's upgraded it to a house. Once you've got a house in a position, you can't upgrade it any further.
Right, so what? There's not actually that many headland spots. Oh,
No, there are. You can overbuild if you want to.
Actually,
and you don't need this one anymore.
No, I don't. No, that's right. Although this is only, this is call me 4 points, I guess, if I put it there.
Yeah.
2 and 2. Yeah. But,
you could build over this one. You don't want to, though.
I don't want to do that.
You're going to overbuild. No, you can't build over mine.
Okay.
Hopefully that's clear in the rulebook that you can only build over your own headlands. So you moved a boat.
Yeah, so I moved the boat.
You did the thing. You did the headland. You've moved up the track.
Yeah.
It's now movement
I can move a
to here.
keeple in here, can't I?
Do you want to move a keeple to that space?
It's going to score for
Wheat.
of which I may have none by Go on. I'm gonna. It's a free move. I'm gonna.
Rob, do you want to move in there?
Yep.
He does. And then it's your go.
Oh, it totally changes what I'm going to do. Okay. That's right. Oh, why does the ship have to be there?
Well, you can move it
But I can't move it to the same place.
and then move it back.
Oh, can you do that? Can you?
Well, on a subsequent turn.
On a subsequent turn, yeah, when someone else has had the chance to.
Yeah,
move it
probably. Yeah.
again. And annoy you. That's already taken by us. Right. Oh, I could do that, I suppose. Wrong numbers. Again,
It's the wrong numbers, Gromit.
wrong numbers. So if I take a 3,
You're going to use this boat.
yes, this boat.
Okay. So the boat moves to
a
here.
3.
I'm going to drop that off. I cannot follow.
All right.
Arthur cannot follow.
Right.
So you activate any headlands. That's a scoring one. You move up on the blue track. Do you want a fish or market? Well, you're not in any markets.
It's
So
going to be a fish.
you get a fish.
Fish are not to be underestimated.
Have a fish. And then do you want to move a keeple to the last space on the tile? It does. You're going to go with farm animals.
Well, I've got some farm animals.
Right. My go. I am going to move. I kind of want that to activate, but I think somebody's going to do that. I'm pretty sure Arthur's going to do that. So I'm going to use my orange 6 on here, and we're going to go to here. And nobody can follow. So I get to move up on my orange track, and then I get to move a keeple to that space if I want to, and I do. But I believe it goes here. And then when I activate, Richard will correct me if I'm wrong on this, I think because that space was already taken, I think I go here. But then when I activate this, I think I then swap. Richard, if you can confirm that, but if I can take that space now, let me know. Because I would, if I could.
But regardless, the reason you're doing that is because you're going to get a extra resource thing at the end of the game. Was that happened last game?
Yeah, so we haven't mentioned this yet, but the player who is the start player at the end of the game can use this, convert this into one of anything that they want. Either a sheep, a pig, a cow, a fish, a gem of a particular colour, or a resource, or a wheat, or it basically counts as a wild card resource. So getting the start player marker at the end of the game is a useful thing.
Right, I'm going to... Oh, I can't. Ah, perhaps I need a different plan. Oh, I could do that instead. That would not be too bad. Yeah, so I'm going to move this boat to one space.
One space with
That's
which dice?
one
The red one.
dice.
So it's 1.
Mm-hmm.
So Rob can't follow, I can't follow. The headlands are scoring headlands, so they don't count. You get to move up on the red track.
And
Right, Richard says correct. The player who activates the headland moves their keeple to the special space.
right,
Okay.
so that allows me to move to...
You can move
Two.
up to 2 keeples,
Yeah.
3 spaces each.
So we've got coming in, isn't we? All right. And
the movement is free, so you can move to wherever you want. Okay.
And
Then you can move a keeper into here if you want to.
which is necessary because otherwise this won't activate.
Well, it will, just not
Without-
with you.
Without me. So that's not where I want to be.
Yeah. Okay, done. Rob.
White.
Green 5. No.
Tempting.
Green 4. No, it's a 5.
Green 5 standing by. I need more animals, but you've taken the animals.
I have taken the animals. The animals have been taken.
So that's why I need to use my green dice, I think. Special skills. Markets, no. I'm thinking about this in the right way,
Yeah.
sorry.
You can probably plan ahead a bit.
I can, but yeah. Just being slow, sorry.
Okay, which boat are you moving? Okay,
It's a bit random.
I will follow. Arthur, do you want to follow?
Potentially. So what am I getting out of here? Essentially a movement and a thingy doodad token.
But you're already in there, and there are only 2 keeper spaces left. So if Rob
Yeah.
does move one in, and I move one in,
Yeah.
there won't be any space
Yeah,
there.
but I've got no pig, so I don't think it actually matters. So I won't. No.
You're not going to join in?
No.
Right. So we activate the headlands. There's no headlands. You move up on the green.
I'm gonna move 2 animals. And
So you're moving 2 animals from your barn
Yeah.
to a farm space.
Yeah.
Or 2 farm spaces. So I'm
so,
guessing one of them here, which is your farm.
yes.
And you're giving the other one to someone else.
Well, no, but I can move. I also get.
You
movement.
can also move into a farm. So you can put them wherever you want, really.
Yeah.
Depends which resources you want.
I want a stone.
Stone here, stone there.
But, I think I want the one with the wheat on it.
So you gain a stone.
Unless someone goes there. So actually, I'm going to gain the wood. Yeah.
Okay. So you get a wood
And
and a stone.
a stone.
So you get a wood and a stone from there.
Yeah.
And then you get 3 movement points where you can move to any of the resource tiles. So
Yeah,
it could be the farm. It doesn't have to be the farm, but it's going to be the farm.
it's got to be a farm, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then do you want to move a keeper in there?
Yeah. So I don't have any.
You don't have one here, but you can move them from somewhere else.
Sorry. This is going to be worth 3 times. It's going to be worth 6
How many
points.
pigs have you got?
So it's probably better to move them out. Except
You've
I've
only
got
got 3 pigs.
3 pigs.
So that would be worth 3 points per keeper at the moment.
Yeah, there's only 1 keeper in there.
Yeah.
But if I move another one, it's worth another 3. So taking it out there is kind of pointless.
Yeah. Because that's 3 points.
But and I'm going to gain a load of wheat. And the only place I can move it from is move it from
You
here.
can move it from anywhere
But
as
that's
long as
worth-
it arrives on one of the resource locations.
It's worth 8 to 4 points each there. So yeah.
No, sorry, you're moving it to here, so you can
So-
move it from anywhere as long as it arrives
Actually,
there.
I think it's better if I move this one to get 1 less wood and 1 more thing.
1 less stone or 1 less wood?
1 less wood.
1 less wood. So you've put that there. Yeah.
And then I can, instead of moving this here, I'm going to abandon that pig.
Yeah.
And put this here, I guess.
So I don't know where that came from. Was it here?
It was originally
It was there.
Yeah,
So instead of moving it to the farm,
Yeah.
you've just moved it to there.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to move it there.
Okay.
So, can I go?
Mm-hmm.
This is not.
I'm going to choose purple 5. And we're going to go here. I'm going to drop that off. We're going to drop that off. Anybody want to join me?
So all that's doing is generating people and points for cows.
Yeah, I'm not interested.
Nope. You're not joining me, Rob?
No.
Okay, well, I'm going to activate the headland and I'm going to get 2 fish.
Yeah, I saw that.
2 fish. And then I am going to move up my purple marker, which gets me 3 gems. Okay. And all of my gems are now worth 1 point each at the end of the game. And then do I want to move somebody in there?
As opposed to most of your gems being worth 1.
Well, they weren't when I was here. But they now are.
Well, yeah, okay.
Yeah, true, because I didn't have the red. I'm going to get 2 cows. So effectively moving in there is 4 points. This has already been visited. Oh, in fact, yeah, so that would be worth... That's worth 6 points to me. This is worth 4. My fish one is actually worth 12. So ideally, I want to get 3 movement points and move into there. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to move this one. Is it 3? No, it's movement to the harbour, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave it there.
Sound choice.
Yeah, go.
There was an argument to move the guy in there, actually.
Can I do it?
No. Problem would be where I'll take him from. This is worth.
At the moment, this meeple here is worth 3 points to you. At the moment,
It's mostly worth the wheat I'm going to get out of it. So
Yeah.
maybe I'll leave him there. This one I need the wood. I don't need that. Well, actually, I can see some benefits to that. It's probably too far away anyway.
yeah, that's too far away.
What's that? One.
That's too far away as well.
Yeah. So I'm not moving anything out of there. So I think. Well,
Okay.
I'm not moving anything of that.
Right,
So
you'll go.
Yeah. Okay. So what do we got left? We've got green and purple and blue. Green, purple, and blue, and there are things we still need to do. I think.
Tell me.
I am getting wood. Where's stone production?
Stone
Over
production
there.
is here, and everybody's getting 1 stone from here at the moment.
Cool, amazing. Yeah, that's a sad number, and no way of changing it either.
Nope.
Right, so stone production's up the creek.
Collaborate.
But
There is a spend a fish to flip that
Yeah.
over, spend a wood to get 3 stone if you had wood and did things in the right order.
Yeah. So I'm kind of expecting to have wood at some
There's
point.
a spend a gem for 3 stone.
I need to get a wood. Right.
So
Well, I could have a fish.
we could.
Ah.
You did say fish are valuable.
They
Yeah.
cannot be underestimated. Okay, so this will give me a fish. So I'm going to play blue 4,
Blue 4. Okay, which boat?
which you can follow.
Good.
Only 2 of the boats got blue people in them. So I'm going to move this one to here with the blue 4,
Mhm.
and I'm going to drop off the
Okay.
boatman.
I am not going to follow.
Okay, so
This headland activates. So Arthur, you get to activate one of the markets that you're currently at.
that sounds amazing. Right, so let me think about this. So I have got stone. That'll give me a load of wood, but almost counterproductive in a sense. That one I can spend
Yeah, we've
something
got a
I've
wood
not
or a fish.
got. Oh, can I do this?
Nope.
No, it's a different order.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why the order's important.
Yeah, this one I can spend a week to upgrade that building.
Yeah.
That will be well worth doing. In fact, I probably should just do that. Right, okay. So, yeah. So I'm going to activate that.
So you're going to, because of the lighthouse, you're going to activate a market tile. You're going to activate this market tile. So you spend a wheat, and you're going to upgrade that nice red building to a house.
That's right. Unbelievable number of points. Right.
That's the headland activated.
Yep. Then
next, you move up the blue track.
So
Which gets you a fish. Get you a fish. There you go.
Yeah.
And then you can move a keeper into there if you want, but you can't because there's no space.
Yeah.
Rob.
Wonderful.
Right. I'm going to go here with a purple 4.
1, 2, 3. Yep. I cannot follow. Arthur could follow. I'm going to get a fish.
So if I follow,
I have too many fish.
this will go from 4 to 7.
Yeah.
Which is more wood.
Less wood.
Oh, less wood. And I haven't got. Yeah. Yeah, and I think even theoretically put another meeple in there, didn't I? Oh no, I won't be first. Okay. Yeah, I will follow.
I've done the headland. You followed, so you move up on the purple track. You get 3 gems.
3 gems.
And all of your gems are now worth a point. Yep.
Cool.
And then, Rob, do you want to move somebody in there?
This is the tricky bit because where to take it from.
And it's only worth 2 points to you. Any meeple here is only worth 2 points. At the moment, if you're planning to build more headlands, it might be worth more.
I'll build 1 more. It's not that great, is it? But just being in there to get the activation.
Which allows you to build, we've got a combo here.
Yeah.
This harbour is the one that allows you to build headlands, and the scoring tile is the one for having headlands. But in a different game, that might be somewhere else.
So I might have to reluctantly take one out of here.
That's worth a lot of points to you.
Well, 4.
And I'm presuming you're going to build more buildings.
Well, this has been taken.
Yeah, so you're going to be able to build a building or upgrade.
Yeah. The only place I can take it from is here.
Yeah. Each of these meeples
Yeah.
currently is worth 4 points.
4
It's
points.
probably going to be worth 5 or 6.
Yeah.
So, by all means, if you
I
want
can
to
take
move
this one.
that one out, that meeple is worth 6 points.
Yeah.
Because it's 1 point per gem.
Yeah.
6 points for 2 makes sense to me.
Or this one,
That one is currently worth no points to you.
but it's allowing me to activate that.
It is allowing you to activate
Just could build
this.
a building.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a headland or a building, basically. And probably better off building a building, I suppose.
We'll point out that headland's worth 8 points.
Yeah. Well, I might be able to build that.
Oh,
Anyway.
true. Yeah. If you build the headland, it's 8
This
points.
has been taken, and I've got a stone, so it's inevitable, isn't it? Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. This has been taken.
Yeah. So you can build a headland there if you have the stone.
If I had the stone, which I don't.
No,
So,
but everybody's going to get 1 stone from here.
yeah.
Depending
No,
on the-
you don't get a
depending on the
discount though.
Depending on the order of things.
No.
you've done it.
Yeah.
I think I'm
But you can build a headland here. If you move here, you'll be able to build a headland.
exactly. But if I move there, then I'm going to deprive myself of another building, for example,
Yeah.
or loads of animals. I mean, how much is this worth? It's worth 2 points times
Plus
that
12.
12.
Yeah. If that farmer moves,
Yeah.
you lose lots of points.
Yeah.
You lose 12 points if you move that farmer around.
So you're not doing that.
So
Don't want to do that.
We won't allow you.
I guess you can't do that then. Can't build a headland.
Okay. Did you want to follow then?
It was me that followed.
It was, yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. Shows what kind of it's managing this is hard, I think.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go there and
So you're
say
just going to go there, no thingy. I get to move, I get to follow. Well, I mean, I get to move.
You get to move a
so
thing if
actually
you
I
want.
should go up on the purple track only. That should be the thing I do. Because I'm not getting any benefit
Okay,
from
so
this.
Rob's undoing his move.
Yeah.
Pop that
Gonna
boat
do
there.
that.
He's going to do that
Yeah.
and not move the boat. So where did it come from?
Yeah, sorry.
Here?
Sorry about that.
It's all right. Okay. My go?
I don't think it can be. Oh, unless it's
Was it here?
I moved it 4, I think.
1, 2, 3, 4. It was here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apologies for that. It's getting late. if you can be thinking of your next move,
Yeah, I'll try
because
to.
we're taking 10 minutes for a turn at the moment, which is a bit long. Right, my go.
I'm done now anyway, except for activations.
There you are. Yes, and activations are actually quicker.
Mm.
So I've got the blue 4, and there are spaces to go still. Here, here, and here. It's 3 spaces to go. This is the one that puts things on a farm, which I'm not interested in at all, and it's points for sheep that I have no interest in. I need to be in a market first, so I need to do red. I absolutely need to do red, and we're going to go... I've already been there, so it's going to be here, which means the cost to build a headland is 4. Yeah, I don't have the 4, but where's the wood generation again? And I'm going to get 3 wood. We're all going to get 3 wood. So it's fine. Okay, we'll go there. I'm landing there. Anybody want to join me? Nobody can join me. The headland activates. I gain a fish. I've definitely got way too much fish. And I now get to move up the red track. So I'm moving up the red track, which means I get to build a free red cottage here. And I get to move 2 of my people 3 spaces each. So I'm going to build this one, which goes there. And I'm going to get to move 2 people. Now, I'd planned this, he says, because I need to be on a market for when I do that. So I'm going to move this one. He says, I have thoughts about it. I'm going to move this one to... Not sure it matters. Here. No. Here. Alright, so that one to there, and I'm actually going to get some points from that. Where am I in 2 different places? I'm here, but I don't want to... That's points for fish. I need to get something in here. I don't have any farmyard animals. But when that resolves, I'm going to get a stone, which means I could build the headland here, but I'm not yet. I'm going to be able to. Okay, so don't want to move that one out. This is going to get me that, which is going to get me that at the end of the game, which I don't think I need to be on this one. This is the one I don't want to be on. So movement 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then I can move something in there. But I don't think I want to. So that's me done.
Right, I believe there's only 1 space left to
Okay, did you put your fish back for Rob not going to that space?
Yeah, I was.
I didn't. Oh, okay, so I'd already gained my fish for Rob going to the space. That's fine. I've got an excess of fish anyway. But thank you for checking, Paul.
Okay, there's only 1 space remaining, I believe.
There is 2 spaces remaining. No, sorry. It's got one space remaining.
Yeah. And it's range 3 away, which would tend to suggest I use my 3 dice.
Or you could use the green.
Oh, that's true. Got another boat.
Yeah. So you can use the green
so
to
green,
get there.
Green will give me a cow.
Yep.
Oh, the cow's worth points.
Cows are worth points if you're on here, which you are.
And a purple will give me gems, which is also worth points.
Yeah.
I think the cow. Right, so...
this one?
Yeah.
So it moves to here. You drop off the 2. That goes there. Anybody following? Nobody can follow. So the headlands activate, but that's a scoring one.
Then activity marker.
Move up the green track.
Green,
what would you like? A cow?
A cow, please.
Have a cow. And now, do you want to move something to this tile?
Scores for sheep, which I have a very small number. Is it 3? Is it
it's
3 sheep?
It's 3 sheep for 4 points.
And I've got 2 sheep, so that's not very compelling.
Okay, right. Rob, we are in the resolve harbour phase, and in fact, yeah, you're going to get to do it before we're still in the landing phase.
Yeah.
So, which harbour would you like to resolve?
Okay, so I think I'll do this one.
This one?
Yeah.
You are there, so you are allowed to do it.
Yeah.
So, starting with yourself, you've got 3 movement points and activate a market.
Yeah. So this isn't doing much. Oh, it's just going to get me a thing. Yeah. No, maybe I don't want to do that one in that case because that's just going to confuse me. Because everything is worth points for me at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Putting stuff out from my barn, yeah. Well, let's do this, yeah. In the interest of exploiting things.
So what are you doing?
Going to do that. I'm going to gain 2 sheep into my... Oh, sorry, it's going to be 2 cows.
So you're not doing this?
No.
Okay,
do this,
you're doing this
2
one.
cows into my barn.
So it's a number 1, which is you get 2 cows, I get 2 cows.
Yeah.
Simples.
Simples. Right, my go. I have to take my 4, and there's no legal place for it to go, so it goes on here. I move to the top, I upgrade my cottage to a house, and I get to take a skill token, and I'm going to take the skill token from the green market, which is why I moved there, which gets me 5 points. You'll go.
5 dice.
Yep.
But presumably
There's nowhere for you
there's
to
no
go.
legal spaces on it. Okay, so it has to go here.
Has to go there.
Out there.
You get 2
2
gems.
gems. Red one. That's good. Give me another red. Oh, actually, any other colour will do.
Any other colour now at this stage.
It's red, is it?
There you go. All the rubies. Back to you, Rob. You resolve again.
So now I'm going to do this one.
Yeah. So it's just you. And it's a number 2, so you get to move 2 animals
2 animals.
from your barn onto a farm.
Yes.
And then you can move to that farm.
Okay. So if I want 2 stone, I can move them there.
You can.
But where does this come from? This is currently worth 4 points per meeple. This is worth 3 points per meeple. So it might be worth doing that.
Okay.
When
You've already got a farm here. I don't know if that matters to you.
well, I need the stone, but and I don't need the pig.
Okay.
So
you get 2 stone.
yeah. The stone is important, I think.
Right. And then do you want to move something onto that farm?
Yes, I'll move one of these on because
Yep.
they're worth the least. Probably not the best optimal.
That was your go, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm just...
Okay. Can I go? So I'm now resolving. So what was the important thing that I resolved first? It was the getting resources before somebody needs to use those resources. Now you don't have any resources either. So you're not going to trigger the build before me, but Rob might. Rob might trigger this build before we get our stone. So I'm going to resolve this and we all get 1 stone. There you go. Have a stone.
1 stone, don't spend it all at once.
Stone. You'll go.
I'm going to resolve this one
Mm-hmm.
for the same,
So it's
same
7.
logic. Same logic.
So we all get... Sorry, I get 2 stone. I own the quarry. I own the quarry, so I get 2 stone.
You do.
But here, we all get 3 wood,
Except me, I get 6.
apart from Arthur, who gets 6. Three wood.
Feel much happier now.
Right, that's that resolved. Rob?
All right. Oh. I'm going to do this one.
This one?
Yep.
So we all... Oh, I haven't got any wheat. It's done it again.
Sorry, I didn't actually
It's
check.
the 3rd time in the game. But
Sorry,
it's my fault.
One can't do it.
Sorry I didn't check for that.
1 week for a building.
Right.
You building a new one or
I've
upgrading?
paid of wheat. I'm going to take this.
I can't build.
I could.
Oh,
I live.
Did you
upgrade. It's better to upgrade that.
You're upgrading?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, sorry.
No, it's not
It's
upgrading.
better to build.
Okay.
Just...
Have you?
Yes.
So I can. It's no constraint. Well, I can't have a red.
can't
and
have
I
a red or an
have
orange.
Orange.
Yeah.
But I.
Other than that, you can have
So
anything
I
you
could
want.
have. I could have a yellow flat 2 points.
That's 1 point per house.
Yeah, which I've only got
2.
2. So it's 2 points. 2 points. I haven't got that. In any
Cow pig
significant
combo.
quantity. Red we can't do. What colour is this? Blue.
Blue.
Blue is 2 points, or what the heck?
3 if you've built your fish tile,
Which I have not.
or 3 if you've built your lighthouse, which you have. So that's 3 points.
I'll take that one
Okay.
then. And I have to spend a week for that, I think.
You do. Right, that's Rob's go done. My go.
Yep.
Well, I'll go with the building headlands. So the base cost is 4. I get a discount of 2. So I spend 2 stone, and I'm going to build. Oh, there's a space here free. I'm going to build that one. That's awesome.
All right.
That's 6
I'll
points.
also spend 2 stone. I'll build this thing and put it there.
Spend 4 stone. I think the 8 point is going to be the worth the most, isn't it?
Uh-huh. There is a space free, or you can overbuild something else. You might as well take the space.
Yeah.
There is not to.
Okay, that was me done. Arthur.
Back to me. I am going to probably do this one.
This one.
Yeah.
So it's spending 4 wood to build a headland.
Yeah.
You get a discount of 2.
Spend 2. It's fishy one. Yeah. Oops. Sorry.
I also get Rob. Are you building?
I'm not in there.
Oh, you're not in there. I also spend 2 wood to build one. Now these aren't worth any points, but because I'm in here, it's effectively an extra point for building one. And we're going to build over the fish space because we don't need it anymore.
Okay, so who's going?
So good job, Richard, reminded us of that rule of overbuilding.
Yeah.
We've all done it an awful lot.
So is that me?
That was your go. You resolved this space, and we both got to build. Yeah.
Cool. Running low on places now.
Let's do this one.
Doing this one now. So 3 movement and activate a market.
So I'm going to move on to this one. See?
Yeah.
And I spend a wheat
And then you're going to activate that market.
Yeah.
Spend a week to build.
to build
Yep.
another thing. And I'm getting points for either or. So, I think this is worth. So this is worth 3 points if I build another building without anything on it, and plus 2 more, that's 5. They're all about worth the same, I think.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
So which one are we doing?
We're doing.
See that one?
Which one are we doing, Rob? This one.
Yes.
So I'm going to move this one to here, and then I'm going to do something that's never been done in any of our games. I'm going to spend a fish
The fish
to flip the tile over to the other side before I use it,
Wow.
which is to spend another fish to gain 2 pigs,
Wow.
and then after I've used it, it flips over automatically because those fish are excess fish. I do not need them.
Yeah, fish, superfluous to requirements. Okay, again, we're doing that one, so I can do a move.
Move 3 and activate a market in any order.
So I definitely want to activate a market. Now, at the end of the game, this is worth 2 points to me, I think, because those are only 2 resources, aren't they?
Yeah.
So that's probably relatively... Oh, no, that's worth no points to me.
This is worth no points. This meeple is
Yeah,
worth. This
okay.
meeple is worth nothing.
So he's
Yeah,
moving.
once.
Yep.
You can move 3.
Yeah, so we can go 1, 2, and then to any of the
Any of
markets.
the markets. Where's this one?
Gain an extra. So that is that.
So
It's
that's
the same as that. So that's no use to you.
Yeah, okay. One could swap a sheep for wheat. Now, I can activate any of these.
You can activate any one that you're on.
Indeed. So I have no wheat. I could create some wheat. I have no wheat. I
Spend a
have
wood to move.
people, but I don't really want to move.
Okay, if you're happy with where your people are.
I have no stone. So yeah, it's pretty much going to be the only one that makes any sense, which was that one. Sheep for 2 weeks.
So spend a sheep, get 2 wheat.
It's insane. Am I getting points for sheep?
You are not getting points for sheep,
Okay.
but you are getting points for wheat. fact, you're getting
Yeah.
double points for wheat. So good move.
Sheep for wheat.
Sheep for wheat.
Done.
Right, that was Rob's go. My go. Where have we got left?
No, this one, this one, this one. It's only 3, maybe?
Mm.
Are you in all of them? You're purple.
The port's going to
Yes,
benefit
you are.
from the thing,
I am hoping to benefit from the thing.
but no one
It's
else.
important to benefit from
I am hoping to. So I'm going to resolve this space, and I'm going to kick you out. I'm going to evict you,
to the outer periphery.
and I am going to. So I could just take the blue skill tile, which is 5 points. I could, or I could move 3 and move that out and put it into here, where it's worth 12 points. So let's have 12 points. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. Line them all up to
Not
the.
massively
So,
efficient.
as I'm here, do I get to do something?
You are here. You get to do something.
But obviously not. Okay, so I can do the same.
You can do
choice
exactly
of
the same
things,
choices. So you can move one
Three.
people 3 spaces,
Or activate.
activate a market,
Yeah.
or take a skill token.
So skill token perhaps is worth 5.
It's not. You're not on the red, blue, or purple, so you can't have any of the 5s.
That becomes much less interesting. In which case, what I will do is I'll ditch another sheep. Sheep for 2 wheat.
Yeah, why not?
No. Does not.
So,
Sheep.
sheep, 2 wheat.
2 wheat.
Right, that is that space done. Arthur, you're next.
Right, what have we got left? We got that one.
This one where you are.
And
This
that
one where you are.
Might,
Is that it?
might be it. So let's move and get a sin. Oh, I could arrange to get one of those 5 pointers if I did that, I think.
Yeah, because you want keepers on markets anyway.
Well, yeah, absolutely. So that is hugely tempting.
Interesting.
And I don't care about that
So,
at all.
Are the
So-
only 2 places left to resolve that one and that one?
I think so, yeah.
Right. I'm going to tell you about a rule now for your benefit,
Mhm.
for anybody watching. If you resolve this one, then on Rob's turn, the only one left to resolve, Rob cannot resolve.
Mhm.
Which means he'll get to do the super special thing. But then on my turn, I will have to activate that. And at that point, the harbours are empty, and you were the start player, so that's the end of the round.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
if you choose to activate that one, Rob gets to do the special thing.
Okay, well, I think Rob's due to do
Yeah,
special,
but if you do that
well, done
one,
by.
then Rob has to choose this one, and I get to do the special thing.
Yeah.
So,
Who do you want to give the special thing to?
yeah, but the reason I'm saying that is this special thing has only ever happened before when the end of the round was triggered
Yeah.
and we're using up surplus actions.
Yeah.
But it can actually happen even if there are still harbours left to go on, if Rob can't go on those harbours.
Okay, so this is what we're doing. So I need to move a guy onto what colour is it?
Red, blue, and purple are the best ones.
Yeah, so blue can't take purple. It has to be purple essentially.
Because
Oh, I could upgrade.
you're not
I'm
building.
not building. Okay,
No, you're just moving.
I'm just moving so I can take
Onto a
the-
market to take skill
the
token.
So it has to be purple because
No, you're not. You're not building a building. You're just taking a skill token.
all right.
So you move onto here.
Yeah.
And take that.
Yeah. So the question is who's going to move?
It's a 9-point move for you.
Hmm.
So which meeple is not getting you 9 points? That one. That's getting you 2 points.
Yeah.
I never took my wheat for this, did I?
You were due a huge amount of wheat, so you
Yeah.
had no wheat. So
So
it seems,
six.
seems
You should have
likely.
taken 6 wheat. Did I take my wheat?
Did I take my wheat?
Have we missed
I
something?
don't think so, because this was available when I took that and knocked you out of that. And then I knew that was available at that point, so you should have weakness.
I don't remember that being activated at all.
But it has been, apparently.
It has been. If anybody watching can let us know,
I
we
think
must have missed
Arthur,
something.
You must have done it, because you got 3 extra wheat this round.
Well, the only wheat I've got is from selling sheep.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
The
So
only wheat I've got.
somehow
Right.
these have been removed.
Okay.
Maybe that hasn't been activated. So
Right. We're going to ask the chat if anybody either remembers or can scroll back But this always happens with these live playthroughs, especially on a Friday night.
Yeah, all right. So while that's happening, I am going to... I've activated this one.
I'll scroll back myself as well.
And I need to... Okay. And we decided this would give me nothing, so it'll be that one. That gives me a purple flip token. So that was...
There was a red 6 there. Yes, there was a red 6 there, but somehow they've been moved off, but nobody seems to have done the thing. Ah, here we go. I found the point in the video where the dice were there. And I'm just going to go forward a bit.
Who's to blame? I bet it's me.
That was me.
Oh, there.
Still there, isn't he?
Right, so it's me. I'm moving them off, but why am I moving them off?
Oh, I'm looking at the board upside down.
So what are we doing now? We are currently taking resources from a tile, and then I move them off. So it's me. I move them off. So it's Arthur's turn.
Inadvertently.
Yeah.
So we think we've not taken that action, therefore.
We think. Right, so we've moved the yellow ones off.
We've definitely done
Right.
the red one, haven't we? Because I've got the wood. I didn't have
I'm taking a stone. I'm pointing to that. I'm saying something, and I'm pointing to this because I forgot to take my extra wood or something or other. No. And then for some reason, I just move the red dice off and I give that to Rob.
Okay.
So I think it's me. Yep, Paul Kelly has confirmed it. 12 minutes ago, we were resolving this space and we accidentally moved those off.
Yep.
So
Okay.
apologies for that. We're going to put them back on. And that does change things a bit.
Bob's go.
So probably no one's going to get the special thing.
Nobody's going to get the special thing.
Okay.
Which is even better.
It's my activation of this now.
Oh, we haven't completed this. have we?
Because
Yeah, I've done mine.
I've done
Okay.
mine, yeah. So I want to move
So it's Arthur's go. We're resolving this space. Arthur's done his bit. Right.
this.
Thank you for bearing with us. Apologies for that
This
mistake.
does this, doesn't it? Is that what it does? It moves a meeple from here to here.
It does. Yep.
Right, so, because it's worth points to me. It's worth,
It's worth.
Yeah, but you're not
Two extra points per meeple.
You're not activating markets, so you're moving people with the potential
Yeah.
for activating markets.
You're
Yeah.
moving somebody and taking a skill tile.
Yes.
You're not activating the market.
Oh, okay.
You're just getting a skill tile.
Right.
So it's a 5-point move
Yes.
if you move to red or blue.
Pigs can become fish. No, not worth it. It's a 5-point move, and
You're
I'm
not.
going to lose.
You're not activating a market tile.
I'm going to lose.
Okay.
I'm going to lose 3 points because of this.
Mhm.
But that's probably at least a thing that loses me. Ah, well, I can move from here.
You can. If that's not doing anything,
I don't think it is.
it's not. You just move to there and take that. There you go. 5 points.
Thank you.
Nice and easy. And
You're good, probably last.
I mean, I can do it.
Wow.
Well, this is points for wheat, and I haven't got any wheat, but I'm about to get 3. So that's getting me 3 points. But if I went there, that's 5. What's that getting me? That's getting me 6. They're getting me much more than that. That's getting me nothing. It's too far away. Oh, I should have moved that one earlier. Forgot, that one's not doing anything. 1, 2. Oh, no, I can get there. 1, 2, 3. Move, take a skill tile. Right.
Okay.
My go. No. Yes, that was Rob's go.
Yeah, you'll go.
That was Rob's go. Now it's my go. I've got this space and this space. Oh no, we are going to both get the bonus.
Oh, yeah. Hurtful.
Ah.
So I'm going to choose this one. And watch this. I'm going to move the red dice off. There you go. And we are all going to
I
get
got
3
a sense of
wheat.
deja vu.
But Rob's going to get 6.
For me, it's all good.
Okay.
And then it's me.
Mr. Tootsie has joined us as well. Thank you, David, for popping in. You're about to see end of game scoring, so don't go anywhere.
I thought we'd be having co-designed it. You'd be familiar with the game's recording. This is the only one left, right?
Yeah, but you might want to see it.
Okay.
That is the only one left.
Well, to see if we got it right. Yeah.
So we both get 1 person.
Which I
You don't get anything. I get them. The end of the year has been triggered.
As much sound.
We finished the round. So Rob, you get to do the super special things.
Super thing.
Take 2 resources or move up on a track.
2 resources. 2 animal resources get me There's too many things to work out now.
It's wood, stone, or wheat.
Wood, stone, or wheat. Wheat gets me
Or move up on a track.
1 point per. Moving up on a track will get me an upgrade of something. So this could get me 6
That
points.
would get you 6 points.
So I'll just do this. It's my best guess of something.
You move up on a track, so...
Right, so let's move up onto there.
Yeah, which gets you a free upgrade to there.
Yeah.
Which gets you a free flip of the yellow building.
Yeah,
And you can spend a wheat to flip another building.
Cost me a point.
Yeah, but, I mean, if you flip it, that will give you 3 points.
Yeah, 3 points. Yeah.
There you go. Easy. Right, my go. Well, I'm going to build all my headlands. I didn't realise I was going to be able to do that. I mean, I could, but I'm probably best doing something similar. Yeah. So I'll move up on the yellow track, which is a free advancement. I'll move to there. I have a free yellow building, which will be this one. And then I get to spend a wheat to either build a new building or upgrade one. And I'm going to upgrade that, because that's a 4-point move. I believe. We are done.
Raw.
So we get the scoring card out. Right. I'm going to rest on the back of the resource board. So, Paul, Arthur, Rob. So what we're going to do is we are now going to score all of the harbours. So harbour number 1 is here. Rob is the only one that's scoring, and you get 4 points for every 3 sheep, either on your player board. Oh, sorry, end of year. I get that.
I've only got 2 sheep, so I don't get any.
So you don't get anything?
No.
You got 2 sheep. I've
So-
got no sheep.
No points for any of us. Right, harbour number 2 is here. So all of us have got 1 keeple. So we all get 3 points for every 2 pigs.
Never heard of it.
Rob, you have 2 pigs in your farm here.
Yeah.
So you get 3 points.
3 points, yeah.
3 points to Rob. I have 4 pigs. I need to decide what this is.
We don't want to make it big.
Probably not helpful to be a pig, though, is it? You could decide in a bit.
It's probably going to be a cow.
Yeah, so you get points per cow, don't you?
Yeah, I get 2 points for a cow. So it's probably going to be a cow. Right. So Rob, you get 3 points. I get 6 points. Arthur, you got no pigs?
Never heard of them.
Okay. Harbour number 3. 2 points per cow for me and Arthur.
I have a cow.
I have 3 cows. So I get 6 points. You've got 2. Right. Harbour number 4. Right. So this is where it gets a bit more interesting, because it's 1 point per wheat to a maximum of 12 for each keeple. Arthur has 2 keeples, and you've got 7 wheat.
14.
So 14 points to Arthur.
6.
Rob gets 6. I get 2. Harbour number 5 is here. Aha. Here we go. So it's only me. I get 3 points for every 2 fish to a maximum of 12.
And you've got a
I have 8 fish. So that's 12. And I've got 4 meeples. 48 points.
new record.
48. So it's a new record for fish. It's a world record. I'm going to register it with Guinness. Other drinks are available. Right. Harbour number 6. Gems. This is nice. I've got 6 gems. They're worth 1 point each, and I've got 2 of them, so I get 12 points.
I get 6 points.
Rob gets 6 points. Harbour number 7. It's me and you. We got 1 point for every 2 resources.
So only the...
So I get 2 points.
So this is wood and stone, right?
Yeah.
I've got 2 sets, which is
2
2
points.
points.
Okay, harbour number 8. So this is all based on how many people you have left on your player board. Me and Arthur have no people left, so we get 6 points per keeple. So I've got 2, so I got 12.
I get 6.
Arthur has 1, he's got 6.
Yeah,
Rob,
8.
however, has 1 person left, which is 4,
Yeah.
multiplied by 2 for 8. Harbour 9. This is for the headlands that you have built. Arthur, you have built all of your headlands, so that's 8 points each, and you've got 3 there.
And
24
we're
points.
doing that later. Yeah.
We'll do that later. Yeah, 24 points. I get I've built 5, so I get 6 multiplied by 1. 6. Harbour number 10 is here. So this is farmyard animals. Rob, how many farmyard animals do you have?
6, I think.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it doesn't count the ones in the barn, it just counts the ones that are in the farm. And you've got 3 there, so 18 points. Arthur?
Don't believe I've got any farm animals.
No. Okay, next, Harbour 11 is this one. So, Rob, how many houses have you got?
2.
And how many cottages have you got?
4.
So that's worth 8 points times 3. 24. I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, Arthur?
5.
5. Finally, Harbour 12 is this. This is for different coloured skill tokens. You've got 3 different colours.
I'm not there.
You're not there.
1.
So you get 2 points. I've got 2 different colours. I also get 2 points. So 2 points for me, 2 points for Rob. Okay, so scores after the Harbours.
I'm still last at this point, I think.
I know, I'm pretty sure I am.
Really?
I've got no big scores.
102 for me.
Crikey.
Bearing in mind, in the game this afternoon, I got 72 for Harbour scoring. I've just gained 102 points for Harbour scoring. I'm quite pleased with that.
Should be.
Arthur,
Well done.
16, 18, 24, 48, 53. Rob, 3, 9, 15, 23, 23, 41, 60, 67.
Oh.
So I've got the lead after the Harbour scoring. Now we're going to do the yellow buildings. So my yellow building is worth 2. Arthur, your yellow building is worth
2%.
nothing because you don't have one.
Oh, yellow. Okay.
Yeah. Rob?
12.
12. Green buildings. Mine is worth 5 points for each full set of animals, and I have 2 full sets, so it's 10 points. Arthur? Nothing. Rob?
So much better than this one. I got 2 points from
2 points for a sheep-pig combo.
Yeah.
Red buildings. So mine is 1 point for each keeper I have on the board. I have all 18 on the board. That's 3 points. Sorry, yeah, not 1 point for each. 1 point for each 6 that I have on the board.
Okay.
24.
24. So Arthur's building is 4 points for each keeper on a market, which is 24.
You've done that trick again.
He's done that trick again. Now, I wanted to mention something. We played this afternoon, and Arthur got 20 points from this one house. And now he's just got 24. And we all felt that that was a little too strong. But if you think about it, Arthur has to have these meeples on these markets in order to score these points. Whereas these meeples, each one of them could have been in a harbour and potentially scoring way more than 4 points. So it isn't overpowered, even if it might seem that way compared to the others.
8 by putting it.
Yeah, you could have moved that to there and got 8 points instead of... Yeah. Anyway, Rob, your red building.
6.
6 points. Blue buildings. Mine is every 2 fish is 2 points. Oh, so I didn't have excess fish because there's no maximum on this. But that's 8 points. Blue building.
I think this is just worth a flat 3.
3. Yep.
2.
2. Purple buildings. Nothing for me. You.
2.
2. Right, gems. So I said I was going to explain about how the gems work.
Have you done orange?
Not yet, but it's gems next. So if you are only on the bottom space here, then only one colour of your gems will score. You have to choose one colour of gem, and you score 1 point for each gem of that colour. If you're here, you choose 2 colours, and you score 1 point for 2 colours. If you're here or here, then all of your gems score. So I've got 6 gems, and they all score, so I get 6 points.
I've got 3 gems, all score, get 3 points.
3 points.
6.
6.
Right.
And finally, the orange building, nothing for me.
So this is 2 points per
Built headland.
Yeah, so
and you've built them all,
6,
so it's 12
6,
points.
12, yeah.
Rob?
4 points. Sorry, 2 points.
2 points. Okay, so Scores after the buildings. No, we'll do the headlands next. So headland A. Whoever built headland A, you've built that. 2 points for each keeple on the adjacent tiles. So you get 4 points. Rob?
I didn't build it.
Okay, and I
Must have built
did
it.
build it here. So it's 1, 2, 3. So I get 6 points. Right, headland D
I've
It's a
got it.
flat 8 points.
is a flat 8 points.
We all
So
built
8
it.
points, 8. We all get 8 points. We've all built a statue to ourselves. And headland E basically gives you an extra keeple on the tile that it's adjacent to. So you get an extra 8 for that.
Yeah.
I've built there, so I get an extra 12. Rob?
An extra 6, I think.
An extra 6. Skill tiles. I have 2 skill tiles, which are worth 5 each. 10. Arthur? You got
Skill tiles,
18.
5, 10. This is total.
Total value of skill
10,
tiles, yeah.
15,
You got 18. Rob?
5.
5. And then 3 points if you own the forest, the mine, or the wheat field. Well, we've all got 1 each. So 3 points. Okay. Final scores. I mean, 102, 104.
Oh, 200.
Yeah.
1, 3, 1, 1, 3, 7, 1, 4, 5, 1, 5, 7, 6. 170. Much better than I did this afternoon.
Yeah.
Arthur. 53.
broken
77. 80.
I'm wondering that.
83. 95. 99. 107. 115. 133. 136.
Okay, that's better than those. Good.
And Rob. 67. 79. 81. 87. 91, 97, 99, 107, 113, 118, 121.
Ah,
So we all scored higher than we did this afternoon, apart from Arthur. You got 4 points fewer than you did this afternoon. But they're the scores. 121, 136, 170. That is a full 3-player tutorial and playthrough of the game. I think we pretty much covered all of the rules. Obviously, this isn't a full how to play video. So if there was something that wasn't clear, refer to the rulebook. I have done rulebook consultancy on the rulebook last week. So hopefully Richard has made those changes to the rulebook and hopefully you'll be okay with it. But I hope you enjoyed this video. As I said at the start, this is a sponsored video, so we're not going to give you any opinions on the game. I will be sharing my personal thoughts on the game with my Patreon supporters on the Gaming Rules Slack channel later on and over the weekend. And I'll be talking a little bit about this game in my video log at the end of this month. But the objective of today was to show you how the game plays to help you make a decision about whether it's the kind of game that you would like. Now, if you did enjoy the video, then once the video live stream has finished, if you wouldn't mind leaving me a comment on the video, because I could go back and read the live chat, but actually I prefer reading the comments. So once this live stream is finished, if you have been watching it and you wanted to share your thoughts on the game, please leave them in the comments on the video. And the video will be going up on Board Game Geek very shortly. It should be live on Board Game Geek fairly soon. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you very much to you two for joining me.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Thank you, Richard and David, for joining us this evening. And yeah, let me know what you think about the game. Until next time, take care and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.